May the Buddha bless me, Peter Lake, in finding my long-lost daughter soon.
Mr. Lake! Mrs. Lake! We have found Miss Lake.
Where is she?
She's with the bakers in Ginton.
Quick, send someone to bring my daughter back.
Yes, sir.
I, Peter Lake, will continue to do good deeds and contribute to society with gratitude to Buddha for helping me find my daughter.
No, Gavin. What are we going to do if my sister finds out?
Let her. She's just a fake heiress anyway. The person I truly want to marry is you.
Gavin, you JRK, how could you do this to me?
Amy, how could you treat Gavin? Like this?
You know that I'm still your sister, right? Do you know who he is? He is your future brother-in-law.
Amy, since you've already seen this, let me just tell you the truth. The person I truly love is Belle. Not you. Besides, Belle is the real heiress of the Bakers. You're not.
What are you saying?
Amy, there's something we haven't told you. Back then, we took the wrong child home. The truth is, Belle is our real daughter.
That's right. This marriage was meant for Belle. She and Gavin are meant to be together.
What?
This is the DNA report.
So now you know you're not our biological daughter. Pack your things and leave our house.
How could this be?
Amy, you're not thinking of clinging to us, are you? If it hadn't been for you, Belle wouldn't have suffered so much.
We've already found your real parents. They'll be here to pick you up today.
Are you that eager to kick me out? Fine. I'll leave.
Amy, I had the maid prepare some snacks for you. Take them with you.
Yeah, Amy, I heard. Your biological family is from Tyser County. That's the poorest area in the country. You'd better take these. You might not get to eat them again.
That's fine.
You little brat. What's with the attitude? Wait until you get there. You'll suffer.
Mom, don't be mad. Amy is probably just upset right now. Her biological parents are unemployed, and she has 5 brothers who haven't married, plus a seriously ill grandmother. Amy, you're destined to be beneath me for the rest of your life.
Don't come back.
That's enough.
I'm sorry.
What kind of car is this? It's embarrassing just having it here. I can't imagine how poor that family must be.
This car might be just a rented car.
I got rear-ended by a big truck on the way, so I borrowed a van from the repair shop. I've checked the van. It's safe to drive. Please wait a moment. Mr. and Mrs. Lake have prepared gifts for your adoptive parents. This is a small token of appreciation. The gift boxes were damaged. In the accident, I had to replace them. Hope that, what can you?
Possibly fit in that cheap bag?
You?
We don't need anything from you.
You're too much.
Take your things and get lost. Don't dirty our floors.
You?
Forget it, Elvin.
Amy, when you get there, be sure to behave. Focus on things over there, and don't worry about us. Got it?
So they're drawing the Lynn there, huh? Let's go, Ivan.
Okay. I can't believe the Bakers are treating Miss Lake like that. Fortunately, They didn't accept the expensive gifts Mr. and Mrs. Lake prepared.
They're really so poor, driving around in such a cheap car. It's embarrassing.
They probably can't afford to rent something better.
I wonder how hard life will be for Amy when she gets there.
Belle, Amy has nothing to do with our family anymore. If she ever comes to you for money, don't lend it to her. Let's go.
Elvon, are we going to Tyser County now?
Tyser County? That's where Mr. and Mrs. Lake used to live. But now, they stay in Jinton. Mr. Lake was worried you'd be hungry, so he's booked a restaurant. I'll take you there now.
Is my necklace in place? Is my hair messy?
Mom, your necklace is perfect. And your hair is fine. You're the most beautiful mom in the world.
Stop flattering me, you little rascal. I'm just nervous about meeting Amy.
Elvan, are my parents really here?
This is one of your family's restaurants. Mr. and Mrs. Lake are waiting in the private room.
Welcome, Miss Lake.
Miss Lake, please come in. Sir, ma'am, Ms. Lake is here.
My little sister is so cute. She has definitely inherited our family's genes.
Stop it. You'll scare her.
Oh.
My baby girl. I finally found you. Let me take a good look at you.
Our daughter is back. We should be happy. Let's sit down and talk. We don't want to tire her out.
Yeah. Come, have a seat.
Amy, I'm Hugo Lake, your eldest brother.
Hugo Lake? The richest man in the country, Hugo Lake?
Is there another Hugo Lake in Jinton?
I thought my family was supposedly poor. How could they be? The richest in the country?
Amy, come sit. Tell us how you've been. Were the Bakers good to you?
I've been fine. And the Bakers have treated me well.
It was all our fault. We lost you by accident. And you ended up with another family.
Amy, we've been searching for you all these years. The records at the hospital had been destroyed in a fire. Only recently did we find out that Fiona Nash, she was at that hospital too, and had accidentally taken you home. Her biological daughter, Bella Baker, was accidentally taken by a janitor.
The Bakers aren't particularly wealthy. Amy, you must have suffered a lot growing up there.
Amy, don't worry. From now on, your parents and your brothers won't let you suffer anymore.
Yeah. If you need anything, just come to me. I'll take care of it.
And me. I'll protect you.
So this is what it feels like, to be cherished by your family? I wonder who dare bully me now. Thank you, everyone. Mom, I need the restroom.
Sure, go ahead.
Amy, why are you here?
We've helped you find your biological father. What are you still doing here?
Amy, you're not here to disrupt our wedding discussions with the Green family, are you?
Amy, you should stop bothering me. I didn't like you before, and I still don't like you now. Belle is the only one I care about. I won't marry you. You should stop thinking about it.
Don't worry. I don't like to pick up trash.
You be. Watch your words.
Amy, I know you're upset about leaving the Bakers and losing Gavin. But he needs a wife who matches his status and not someone poor like you.
Exactly. I don't want your entire family to leech off of me.
Did you come back? Because of how poor your family is. So you couldn't take it and came back, hoping we'd let you stay. Dream on. Just get rid of her before she starts leeching off of us.
Amy, I know leaving the Bakers was a big blow to you. You came here today acting like it was a coincidence, but actually, you're hoping we take you back, right?
What? You really think too highly of yourselves? I'm here to have dinner with my family.
This is a high-end restaurant. A meal here costs thousands. Your family has gone bankrupt. You probably can't afford even one dish.
You're just here to beg for money, aren't you? Fine. Here is $10. Take it and get out.
Just this much? Are the Bakers going bankrupt?
You. Fine. Here's a few hundred more. Just leave. Don't cause trouble.
You brat, take the money and get out. How dare you stare at me?
Mom, don't be mad. Amy might just be used to living in luxury at the Bakers. Amy, take the money. It's not much, but it should cover your family's expenses for a month.
Belle, if she doesn't want it, don't give it to her. From now on, you're no longer connected with the Bakers. Don't come looking for us, even if you starve to death.
One day, you'll regret everything you're saying today.
You? Make us regret it?
Ms. Lake,
What did you call her?
why are you here?
Are you saying that Amy is the daughter of the Lakes?
Yes. Mr. and Mrs. Lake would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Baker for taking care of Ms. Lake. So they have prepared a very generous gift. This is $1 million.
What? $1 million?
Yes, here is $1 million in cash. And here's a mansion and some quality supplements. This mansion is at a premium location in Jenton, and the supplements are so rare that even money can't buy them. These are tokens of appreciation from Mr. and Mrs. Lake.
Isn't your family in Tyser County poor? Where did you get so much money?
Exactly. I heard Amy's biological parents are unemployed. I don't think they could even afford $10,000, let alone $1 million.
Mr. and Mrs. Lake? I think you're just Amy's poor father. You're asking your dad to pretend to be the family driver. How shameless.
Amy, did you do this because your own family is so hard up that you had to get your poor dad to put on an act?
Amy, you don't need to do this. We won't look down on you.
You, Mr. and Mrs. Lake, wanted to show their gratitude to you guys since you've taken care of Ms. Lake. I can't believe this is how you treat Miss Lake.
Are you done acting? What can poor people like you even afford? This bag looks awful. I bet it's filled with junk.
Forget it, Ivan. Don't waste your time on them. They don't deserve the gifts from my parents.
I bet they're all just a bunch of trash.
You're too much. Open your eyes and see for yourselves.
This is a mansion at Havenville. It's worth $100 million.
This premium tea was auctioned off last year for $5.2 million. That's expensive. Also, this ginseng and mushrooms aren't available in the market.
Mr. Smith, do you know that girl? I heard, and she's not even the baker's real daughter. Her biological parents from Tyser County are poor. They're both unemployed. She also has a sick grandmother and 5 unmarried brothers. Life's going to be tough for her.
Let's go.
Don't be fooled by her. I bet it's all fake.
Mrs. Baker is right. They're poor. How could they afford these? This cash must be fake too.
How ignorant are you to think that the richest family in the country is broke?
Amy, the actor you hired is pretty convincing. Not bad.
You!
Forget it, Ivan. These fools aren't worth our time. Let's go.
Yes, Miss Lake.
Thanks to the Bakers for raising Amy. Without them, we wouldn't have been reunited.
Yeah, they didn't even accept the gifts we asked Elvan to send over. They're too kind. I don't even know how to thank them.
I heard the Bakers run a clothing company. How about we invest in it?
That's a good idea. They don't know who we are, so they probably won't refuse our business deal.
Sounds good.
I have a project worth $1 billion that might be suitable. I'll get Kevin to start working on it.
Amy must be crazy, pretending to be rich in front of us. Did she really think she could fool us?
Amy might be struggling to accept all this happening so suddenly.
Whether she accepts it or not, that's her fate. She's destined to be poor for the rest of her life.
Hello? What? Lake Corp wants to work with us. Of course, I'll be there on time tomorrow for the signing ceremony. Okay.
Dad, is it true Lake Corp wants to work with us?
Of course, it's true. Belle, this project is worth $1 billion. Soon, our family will be finding a place in the sun.
Belle, you're really our lucky star. As soon as you're back, we landed a contract with Lake Corp. Unlike Amy, who's only brought us trouble.
Mr. Baker, our families go way back. Plus, Belle and I are getting married soon. We'll be counting on you to look out for our family in the future.
Of course. Of course. Belle is our only daughter. Eventually, everything we have will be yours.
Thank you, Mr. Baker.
Okay, good. Let's go.
Welcome home, Ms. Lake. Welcome home.
Amy, from now on, this is your home.
Let me show you around. Amy, this is your room. I had it specially designed. For you. Do you like it?
Yes.
Your mum said, girls like pink. So, she set up this princess room for you.
It's okay if you don't like it. I've also prepared a few other styles for you. Let's go have a look.
It's okay, Mom. This is perfect.
I'm glad you like it. We also have a surprise for you. Let me show you.
Amy, these are all the gifts Mom, Dad, and we brothers are giving you.
Amy, we regret not having watched you grow up. So we're making up for the 22 birthdays we've missed. We hope you like them.
Amy, Mom and Dad missed your childhood, so this is our way of making it up to you. I hope you don't blame us.
Of course not.
Amy, here's $5 million as pocket money from your mom and me.
No, Dad, that's too much.
It's not too much at all. Your mom and I were worried it wasn't enough.
Amy, I've also got something for you.
Me too.
And me.
Me too.
You guys, why didn't you tell me about this?
Why are you not thoughtful? Like us. Preparing something for Amy.
Amy, add me on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Add us too.
Me too.
And me. I was first. One at a time. Get in line. Amy, I've sent you some pocket money. Make sure you accept it.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, my brothers.
Silly girl. No need to be so polite with family.
Amy, we're so happy to have you back.
Welcome home, Amy.
Amy.
Silly girl. Why are you crying?
Mom.
Don't cry.
I want a hug too.
Me too.
Hugo, Jason, Chad, Sam, Ken. Why are you guys here?
Amy, who do you want to spend time with today?
Of course. She'd come with me. Right, Amy?
Amy, the cherry blossoms are blooming at Yale Park. Want to go see them?
What's so special about cherry blossoms? Amy, how about we go racing?
Racing? What if it scares her? Amy, how about going to a music show with me?
Amy, oh, there's a signing ceremony at the office. Want to come with me and check it out?
Sure. Then I'll join. The rest of you, next time.
Okay.
Then you'll have Amy for a day.
Okay.
Amy, there's an urgent matter I have to handle. Go inside with Eric first. I'll be back soon.
All right.
The signing will proceed as planned. If I don't make it back in time, let Amy attend to it, on behalf of Lake Corp.
Yes, Mr. Lake.
Go on.
John, look at this place. It's so luxurious. Looks like Lake Corp really values our family.
Of course. Why else would they offer us a $1 billion deal? Lake Corp must see great potential in our company. We are going to make it this time.
Mr. Baker. Congratulations, Mr. Baker. With Lake Corp's investment, your family will have great future.
Mr. Baker, don't forget us. When you make it big...
Oh no, I still need your support in the future.
You're too modest. Please come inside.
Why is she here?
Mr. Baker, do you know her?
She was our adopted daughter. Recently, I helped her find her biological parents. But
she was too ashamed to return to them because they're so poor. She's been pestering us, wanting to stay with us.
That's so ungrateful. No matter how poor your parents are, you can't just reject them.
At such a young age, she's already chasing wealth and power. What kind of person will she be when she grows up?
I'm sorry for the trouble. I'll get her to leave right away.
Amy, why do we keep seeing you? Wherever we go, we've already made it clear. Even if you cling to us, we won't take you in.
You don't seriously think? I want to return to the Bakers, do you?
Then what are you doing here? All dressed up? Just because? You rented that dress. Doesn't mean you're one of us.
Amy, your family situation is not as good as ours. Don't spend money recklessly. What will you do when you run out of money?
Why are you even here? I bet she knows about the project we're on and is hoping to get some money from us.
Yeah, Lake Corp has offered Baker Group a deal of $1 billion. If she stays with her poor family, she'd never see that kind of money.
You turned down the money we'd offered you? Now, are you back to get a cut of this project?
Did Hugo give the project to the Bakers?
Yes, Miss Lake.
Why hadn't I noticed how pretty Amy was before? She has a great figure, too.
Gavin! Who's that guy? Standing next to Amy?
Who else could it be? He's probably some guy she's hooked up with. Otherwise, how could she even get in here?
A bunch of clueless fools. You don't deserve to work with Lake Corp.
Who do you think you are, to talk to us like that?
Amy, you're shameless. You just left me, but immediately found another man, and he's so much older than you. You really can't live without a man, huh?
Amy, he's so much older than you. Don't let him fool you.
Stop acting. Do you think everyone's blind like you and can't tell what you're really like?
You.
That's enough. Calm down. Amy, this isn't the place for you. You should leave. Don't jeopardize our partnership with the Lakes. Otherwise, I won't be nice.
You won't be nice to me? Then I'm afraid the Lakes won't work with you at all.
Amy, who do you think you are? You're just a poor girl from a rural area. Do you really think you have influence over the Lakes?
Amy, after today, our family will be billionaires. If you treat us better, maybe we'll be generous enough to give you and your poor family some help.
Then I'll also give you some advice. Treat me and my family well, or you'll lose the deal with the Lakes.
You little brat. How dare you curse us? See what happens when you mess with us.
Amy, how could you push Mom?
What a rude girl. Who do you think you are to speak so arrogantly? Let me tell you, the Lakes look highly upon us.
Do you think your small company is worthy of their attention? The only reason they're working with you is to repay the debt for raising me all these years. But you don't deserve it. The Lakes will not work with you.
You're saying the Lakes are working with us because of you? Amy, don't tell me you're going to claim you're the long-lost daughter of the Lakes?
That's right.
Amy, you're really shameless. How dare you impersonate the daughter of the Lakes? You've really crossed the line.
The Lake's daughter disappeared at birth. No one knows if she's alive or dead. Even the Lakes have never released any information about her. You should stop with your nonsense.
Exactly. It won't end well for you if you offend the Lakes.
Amy, the Lakes are working with us because they see potential in our company. Stop messing around.
Amy, are you not in your right mind? Because you got kicked out? How about we take you to a psychiatrist?
I think she's just desperate and will do anything for money.
You're here for money, right? Fine. Here's a few $1,000. Take it. I know leaving the Bakers was hard on you, but those are your real parents. You can't just ignore them. This money should last you a while. Here, take it.
You should. Keep them for yourself. After all, without the deal with the Lakes, your family would suffer.
I was kind enough to give you money, and you curse me in return?
Amy, it's the signing ceremony Mr. Lake has prepared for Mr. Baker today. How dare you spout nonsense and even impersonate their daughter? Kneel and apologize to Mr. Baker now.
I'm telling you the truth. If I say you won't get the deal with the Lakes, then you won't. Don't believe me. Just wait and see.
The signing ceremony is about to begin. All guests, please take your seats.
Fine. The ceremony is about to begin. I'll let this slide for now. Let's go.
Hi, Mr. Baker.
Film it. Well, let everyone know that the Lakes are working with the Bakers.
Of course, Mr. Baker. With the support of the Lakes, I believe the Bakers will soon be among TAF, the top 4 elite families. Please keep us in mind when that happens.
Don't worry. You'll get your perks.
Thank you, Mr. Baker.
Now, let's welcome the representative from Lake Corp on stage. Give it up
Hugo said, if he doesn't make it back in time, I'll take over.
Amy, they're calling for Lake Corp's rep on stage. Not you. What are you doing?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I am. The representative of Lake Corp.
How dare a nobody like you say you are the rep for Lake Corp? Are you done?
This is Lake Corp that you're messing with. You've really got some nerve.
Amy, get down right now. Do you even know where you're at? Stop embarrassing yourself.
Amy, I'll get down now before Lake Corp people arrive, or they won't let you off.
Since you don't believe me, then I'll show you.
Why do you have Lake Corp's contract?
I told you. I'm the representative of Lake Corp. Of course. The contract is with me.
How is this possible? That must be fake.
It has Lake Corp's official seal. It has to be real. Amy, hand it over.
You little brat, hand it to us.
You? Amy, are you crazy?
I've said it. Lake Corp won't work with you.
You.
How dare you tear up Lake Corp's contract? You're disrespecting Mr. Lake.
Amy, you're a troublemaker. I'll make you pay.
Mom.
Let go of me. You little brat. You've got some nerve.
Let go, or you'll regret it when Mr. Lake arrives.
Regret? Once the Lakes sign the contract with us, we'll be billionaires. I'd like to see who'll regret then.
Stop. How dare you mess with the Lakes?
You brat.
Amy. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Who do you think you are? To interfere here?
Amy, you're impressive. You change men like you change clothes.
Stop trash talking. Say one more word, and I'll make you pay.
How dare you hit me?
Amy, are you jealous that we're about to sign a deal with the Lakes? So you had someone hit Gavin?
Amy, take your guys and leave. Mr. Lake won't let you off if he finds out you caused trouble at the signing ceremony.
Is this how the Bakers treated her before?
What does it matter to you?
If that's the case, then don't work with us for the Lake Corp's project.
This.
Lake Corp? Are you saying you're Mr. Lake?
Mr. Lake? Mr. Lake. It's an honor to meet you. Mr. Lake, we didn't expect you to come personally.
If I hadn't, I wouldn't have known. You treated her like this.
Mr. Lake, what's your relationship with Amy?
We're not related.
Amy must have her reasons for doing this.
Well,
I'll go along with it.
So, Mr. Lake, you're here for our deal's signing ceremony, right? Let's get on with it.
How do you still have the nerve to talk about the deal after causing such a scene?
No, Mr. Lake, you've misunderstood. She started it.
Yeah, Mr. Lake. It was this little brat who'd caused trouble. She probably doesn't know what it means to offend you. Apologize to Mr. Lake right now.
Mr. Lake, it was Mrs. Baker who started it.
No, that's not true. Don't listen to him. He's close to Amy. That's why. He's defending her.
Are you saying I can't tell right from wrong?
No, Mr. Lake. That's not what I meant.
Shut up. Apologize to Mr. Lake.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lake.
You shouldn't apologize to me, but her.
You want me to apologize to her?
Yes, on your knees.
Who is she? Why should I apologize to her? Never.
Then you can just await bankruptcy.
No, Mr. Lake. It was a misunderstanding. Please, don't hold it against us.
I saw for myself that they were fighting at the ceremony. Do you think a word? We'll just fix everything.
What are you doing? Quick, apologize.
Did you just hit me? What have I done to have to apologize to her?
You ruined the signing ceremony, and you still don't know what you've done wrong. Do you want to ruin our company?
Even Mr. Lake is defending this brat. Mr. Lake, it was Amy who tore up the contract. Mom was just furious and scolded her.
Yes, Mr. Lake. She also pretended to be the Lake Corp rep. I was just trying to protect your company's reputation.
So should I be thanking you?
That's not what I meant.
You don't get to teach her a lesson. If this is your attitude, then we should just cancel the signing today.
Shut up, all of you. Now, get on your knees and apologize to Amy. Kneel.
You want me to kneel to her?
You. I'm telling you, if you don't kneel and apologize, I'll divorce you. Kneel.
I was wrong. Sorry.
I said kneel and apologize.
You said you're Mr. Lake? What proof do you have? I bet you're just another one of Amy's hired actors?
Yeah, we've all heard of Mr. Lake, but have never seen him. One could easily impersonate him.
Yeah, John. Amy must be trying to ruin our deal with Lake Corp and hired someone to put up an act.
Do I, the CEO of Lake Corp, I need to impersonate anyone?
Hugo, these people won't believe it unless they see it with their own eyes.
Hugo? Amy, is he your brother? From your poor family? A poor man pretending to be the CEO of Lake Corp? You must be out of your mind.
Amy, we'd worked so hard to raise you, and this is how you repay us? By ruining the signing? I'm so disappointed.
It was Grandma who'd raised me, not you.
You ungrateful brat. You and your people should get out of here. Don't mess up our deal with Lake Corp. Get out.
You don't even deserve the deal with Lake Corp.
Who are you to say that? Or are you trying to say that you have the power to make decisions for Lake Corp?
Fine. Let me show you if I make the decisions for Lake Corp.
Oh?
Cancel the deal with Baker Group immediately.
Do you think a mere phone call can stop our deal with Lake Corp?
Who knows who you'd called? It might have just been to AT&T.
Young man, you're still young? Why get involved in scams like this? Just leave. You wouldn't want mess with Lake Corp.
Bunch of idiots.
You. I'm trying to help, but I guess you don't appreciate it.
Amy, considering our relationship, if you kneel and apologize to me now, I'll forgive you for your mistakes.
If you've got time for this nonsense, you should worry about your own family.
Hello? Hi, Mr. Cox. What? Lake Corp has canceled our deal.
What?
Mr. Cox called and said, we've offended someone. We shouldn't have.
Could he really be Mr. Lake?
Oh my God, Mr. Lake, it's all my fault. I didn't recognize you. Please, forgive me, and give us another chance.
If you mess with me, even your entire fortune won't cover the damage.
No, Mr. Lake, please don't.
Forget it, my brother. Let's go.
I'll let you off today. If this reoccurs, I'll make sure the Bakers don't survive in Jinton.
We're doomed. We've offended Mr. Lake. Now we'll lose the $1 billion deal.
Dad, I think Amy and Mr. Lake are close. But what? Their relationship?
Yeah, John. How could Amy have any connection to Mr. Lake?
Amy referred to him as brother, so he can't be Mr. Lake. I bet she hired him.
Then, why did Mr. Cox say We defended someone we shouldn't.
Could it be that Amy caused trouble at Lake Corp?
You're right. That ungrateful girl. We must have been blind to raise her.
Dad, our priority now is to apologize to Mr. Lake with a generous gift.
You're right. Let's head back and prepare one for Lake Corp.
Oh, there's an auction in Ginton this afternoon. They are featuring a painting by Mr. Lake's favorite artist, Chase Lane. If we're able to buy that painting, Mr. Lake might just forgive us.
Right. Let's bid on Chase's painting. Let's go.
Amy, why did you say we weren't related?
Hugo, you saw yourself. How greedy and selfish. The Bakers are, if they knew I was the Lake's daughter, they would leech off of me.
Amy, you've suffered so much. I won't let the Bakers off so easily.
I'm fine. John and Fiona were always busy with work and never had time for me. I grew up with my grandmother. She's nice to me, so I didn't suffer that much. All right, Hugo. Stop frowning. People might think I'm bullying you. Smile. That's better. From now on, you should smile more.
All right, let's go.
Chase Lane is a renowned artist. I heard Mr. Lake always has Chase's paintings in his office. He must really like Chase's work.
Yeah, Chase's paintings are priceless. The paintings Mr. Lake has in his office are his earlier works. Today's auction is featuring Chase's latest piece. Mr. Lake will surely love it. What's wrong, Belle?
I think I saw Amy.
How could that be? Not just anyone can attend this auction.
Yeah, Belle. You must have been mistaken. Let's head in. Let's go.
Let's go.
Dad, Mom, Gavin, look.
Mr. Wood.
It's really Amy.
Hugo, where are you and Chad? The auction is about to start.
I think I've seen the dress Amy was wearing in a magazine.
It might be from DR, but DR dresses cost millions each. Where did that brat get the money to buy one? It must be fake.
She's putting on such an act. How embarrassing.
Let's go.
Amy, what? A coincidence. Are you here for the auction as well?
What else? To watch your drama?
How could you say that? Apologize to Belle right now.
If you don't like what I'm saying, then stay out of my way. You're disgusting.
You little brat.
Amy, we're just giving you some friendly advice. Everything at this auction goes from 1 million. People like you wouldn't be able to afford anything here, even if you work your ass off. You should leave before you embarrass yourself.
Gavin, if you're that bored, why not be a guard dog and watch the door?
How dare you insult me?
Oh, at least you're smart enough to know I'm insulting you.
You.
The auction is about to begin. Please be seated.
Let's go.
She's not worth arguing with. Loser.
Hugo, Chad, where were you? Why took so long?
We were preparing a surprise for you.
What surprise?
You'll see it soon.
Chad, you always keep me in suspense.
Amy, if you like anything at this auction, just bid on it. I'll get it for you.
Welcome, everyone. We're starting the auction now. First up, we have a new painting by the one and only Chase Lane, Dawn. Bidding starts at 5 million.
Wow, it's beautiful. 5.5 million.
5.5 million. Once.
How dare she bid for it?
She mustn't want people to find out. She's poor, so she's trying to act all rich.
Mrs. Baker's right.
Amy, do you? Like this painting?
I love it.
Hugo, you hear that? Amy likes my painting. It must mean she likes me. I'm Amy's favorite brother.
Chad, so? You're the famous Chase Lane?
Shh, keep it down. If you like my painting, I'll do more for you. As many as you want.
Thanks, Chad.
No problem. After all, you're my favorite sister.
6 million. 6 million calling once.
6.5 million.
6.5 million calling once.
6.6 million.
6.6 million calling once.
I don't remember. John liking this painting style. Why would he spend so much on it?
I heard from my assistant that they plan to gift this painting as an apology to Hugo.
And I thought someone as serious and cool like Hugo wouldn't like this style.
Yeah, I don't. But Chad shamelessly hangs them in my office.
Hugo, how could you say that? In front of Amy?
I'm just telling the truth.
No wonder. People think Hugo likes them.
Amy, since the Bakers want it so badly, why don't we help them out?
8 million.
What?
Where did Amy get so much money?
I bet she's doing it on purpose. Amy, I know you're just trying to mess with us. You're acting rich. But later, when you can't pay, you'll only embarrass yourself.
You don't need to worry about that. But don't tell me. The Bakers can't even afford 8 million?
Who says so? 8.1 million.
10 million.
10 million? Isn't that too much for a painting?
Mrs. Baker, 10 million for Chase Lane's work is considered cheap. Besides, the Lakes project is worth own billion. What's 10 million then?
Gavin is right. Since Mr. Lake likes this painting, we have to get it. We are depending on this to get the Lakes deal. 11 million.
20 million.
Are you just purposely going against us?
Don't tell me. You can't even afford 20 million?
Of course we can.
21 million.
21 million calling once. 21 million calling twice. 21 million thrice. Sold?
Thank goodness we won the bid. Otherwise, that brat would have taken it.
Congrats, Mr. Baker. With this painting, the Lakes will surely want to work with us.
It's all Amy's fault. If not for her, we wouldn't have had to spend so much on this. Wait a moment. Isn't that the Blue Soul?
Yes, madam.
Was the Blue Soul also one of the auction items today? Why wasn't it presented?
This was pre-ordered by Mr. Lake as a gift for Ms. Lake.
Hasn't Miss Lake been missing since birth? Could she have been found?
Anyway, it's nothing to do with us. John, hurry up and meet with Mr. Lake at Lake Corp.
Yes.
I'll go now.
Let's go.
Hi. I'm here to see Mr. Lake.
Do you have an appointment?
No, but I have an urgent matter. Please let me see him.
I'm sorry, but you need to have an appointment.
Do you know who I am? Mr. Lake has given me a $1 billion project. Will you take responsibility if something goes wrong?
Mr. Cox? This man is here to see Mr. Lake.
Mr. Cox, I'm here to personally apologize to Mr. Lake. Please help me out and let me see him.
Mr. Lake has decided to cancel the deal. Mr. Baker, don't waste your time.
Is it because Amy caused trouble and offended Mr. Lake? Is that why he canceled the deal? We've already kicked Amy out. What she does now has nothing to do with us. Please convey that to Mr. Lake and tell him not to hold it against the Bakers.
Your family isn't even as worthy of working with. Lake Corp, get out.
Mr. Cox, wait. Please, take me to Mr. Lake, and I'll personally apologize to him.
Mr. Lake won't see you. Just leave.
Mr. Cox, I even brought a painting by Mr. Lake's favorite artist, Chase Lane. Please tell him. He'll definitely want to see me.
Let me tell you the truth. Mr. Lake doesn't even like Chase Lane's paintings.
What?
Security. Escort him out. Don't let him in again.
Hey, Mr. Cox. You can't kick me out. Hey, Mr. Cox. Mr. Cox? Hey, Mr. Cox.
He doesn't even know. He's offended Miss Lake. What an idiot. He deserves this. With him in charge of the Bakers, they're doomed.
What happened? Mr. Lake didn't accept it?
That's not it. I didn't even meet Mr. Lake. Mr. Cox said Mr. Lake doesn't even like Chase Lane's paintings at all.
What?
How could that be? I heard Mr. Lake's office still has his paintings.
Maybe. He doesn't like them anymore.
What should we do? Our family has spent over 20 million on this. It's Amy's fault for bidding so recklessly at the auction and costing us so much money.
I wonder, what on earth that Brad Amy had done to offend Mr. Lake? When I mentioned her name, Mr. Cox got furious and kicked me out of the office. It was so infuriating.
I'll have to teach that a lesson.
But Mr. Lake, they won't see us now. What about the project?
Actually, there's still a way. Tomorrow is Mrs. Lake Sr.'s birthday banquet. Mr. Lake will surely be there. As their family values filial piety, if we can make Mrs. Lake Sr. happy, we'll secure the partnership.
But we don't have an invitation.
I'll take care of that. Just don't forget us, Greens, after you get the project.
Gosh, that's for sure. We'll be a family once you and Bella are married.
Yes, we are.
Gavin, thank you.
Belle, it's my duty.
You're so pretty, Ms. Lake. I'm afraid the lakes will be overrun with marriage suitors soon.
Ruth, you're teasing me again.
I'm telling the truth. You're a natural beauty, like an angel from heaven. But the Bakers are truly blind for daring to bully you. However, when Mrs. Lake Sr. announces your identity at the banquet today, no one will dare bully you anymore. Miss Lake, it's your brother, Hugo.
Hello? Hugo?
Are you ready, Amy? I'm coming back for you.
There's no need. I'll just ask Elvin to take me there.
Okay. See you at the banquet.
Amy, you offended Mr. Lake and lost us the project. What are you doing here?
Haven't you screwed us over enough?
I offended Mr. Lake? With stupid brains. Like yours. You deserve it.
You be starred. How can you say that to us?
I have nothing to do with you anymore. Don't tell me what to do.
How did I raise someone like you?
Focus on what we need. Teaching her a lesson can wait.
Yes. We need to attend Mrs. Lake Sr.'s birthday banquet. I'll let you off the hook today. Don't you give me any trouble later, or else I won't let you go.
Coincidentally, I'm also here for the banquet.
Amy, it's Mrs. Lake Sr.'s birthday banquet today, not any. Tom, Dick, or Harry can enter.
Tom, Dick, or Harry, like you guys. Oh, I shouldn't say that. It's an insult to those with those names. Why can't I enter when lowly scums like you guys can?
You DMN brat.
Amy, you've got nothing. After leaving the Bakers, you're just all talk. I went through a lot of trouble to get 4 invitations. Can you get them?
It's not your business?
Hey, you.
She doesn't really have one, does she?
No way. The Lakes only invite Jinton's most influential. It was hard for me to get these. How could she?
Gavin, let's help Amy. What if the guards stop her?
She'd deserve it.
How's that possible? How's that possible?
I don't think I saw any invitation in Amy's hand. Why did they let her in?
I think she said something to the guards, and they let her in.
Let's go in and take a look. What's wrong with you two? That person earlier didn't have an invitation. Why did you let her in?
Who are you?
Why do you care?
I'm sorry. My wife is a bit impatient and direct. Let me apologize on her behalf. What we mean is, what's the identity of that lady just now? Why did you let her in without an invitation?
She's someone you shouldn't offend. You shouldn't mess with her.
You're not mistaken, are you? What's so special about a poor girl? From the countryside?
Well, I don't know. Are you all going in or not?
We are. We are?
I heard that. The Lakes' daughter is coming today.
They really did find their daughter?
Yes, I heard her adoptive parents hadn't been kind to her. They'd regret it if they know they'd mistaken pearls for beads.
Gavin, look at that man. Wasn't he the one at the signing ceremony? Looks like they're together.
No wonder. You could be here. It's all thanks to your man.
As expected of a poor girl, born in a small town, although you grew up with us, you're unscrupulous and shameless?
Who can beat? You Bakers. In terms of shamelessness?
Amy, don't think you can talk to us like that just because you've his backing.
I really shouldn't be talking to you. After all, I'm allergic to idiots.
You?
Amy, how could you? We're doing this for you.
Why don't you worry about yourself first? Don't you think all your pretense is disgusting?
Amy, what are you saying? Kneel and apologize to Bella.
You want me to kneel in front of her? Only if she's worthy of it.
You do, MN brat. You deserve a beating.
Oh gosh.
We're here for Mrs. Lake Sr.'s birthday. It won't benefit us. If things get out of hand, we can deal with her after the project is done. Amy, we're here to celebrate Mrs. Lake Sr.'s birthday. We won't dwell on this. Leave now.
Exactly. You're such a loser. You're not fit to be here. Can you bear responsibility if Mrs. Lake Sr. is unhappy with you?
I was personally invited by them. But if you guys are kicked out later, it'd be humiliating.
Invited by the Lakes? You're not saying you are their long-lost daughter, are you?
Take a guess. You keep saying, I'm not fit to be here. Why don't you think about it? Just after I left you all, the Lakes found their long-lost daughter. Just guess. Am I?
She's the Lakes' daughter?
She's pretty, and has outstanding elegance. We've never seen her. Among the upper class, she could be the daughter of the Lakes?
Don't let her fool you. Her parents are from Tyser County. How can she be Miss Lake?
Tyser County? It's the country's poorest county.
That's right. A poor girl from a poor county? How can she be Miss Lake?
Exactly. She wants to use Miss Lake's status to attract attention, seduce men, and marry rich.
Their daughter was just found, and we don't know her. Don't let the schemers take advantage of it.
Amy, how dare you pretend to be Miss Lake? It's my first time meeting such a shameless person.
Amy, impersonating Miss Lake will only get you thrown out.
All of you are blind to her worth. You'll regret it when you discover she's out of your league.
Out of our league? She's just a girl the Bakers had abandoned. ASLT. Seduces men. What's there to regret?
Fine. Remember what you've said.
Amy, isn't that the bracelet given to Ms. Lake? Why do you have it?
Amy, you're out of control. You stole the bracelet that Mr. Lake had given to Ms. Lake.
B. Starred. How dare you touch the Lakes things?
You're stupid and really don't have any brains. Isn't it possible that my elder brother had given it to me?
Your elder brother? Oh. He's that old man who can't get a wife, isn't he? Amy, do you know the value of Blue Soul? Your brother can't even afford a single diamond on it after working a lifetime.
Perhaps hers is just a replica.
I want to see if this is the real Blue Soul.
What are you doing? Let go of me.
Let go. Do you hear me?
This is the real Blue Soul. It's worth a fortune. Wow, Amy, you've stolen this and won't even admit it. You think you can get away with it?
Yeah, do you think? Our brains are all mush?
Amy, are you doing this to provoke the Lakes so that we can never work with them again? I didn't think you'd be so vicious at such a young age.
Wow. So this is what you had in mind? Haven't you done us enough harm?
Amy, they'd raised you for years. How can you turn your back on them?
Not even sparing the couple. Who adopted you? You're so ungrateful.
Dad, what if the Lakes get mad at us for this?
Mr. Baker, why don't we arrest her and hand her over? They might let us go, considering that we'd caught the thief and found the bracelet. It'll be too late once the Lakes arrive.
Gavin is right. I'm going to get someone now. Security, send someone over. Someone has stolen from the Lakes at the banquet. So you had ulterior motives in your plot to attend Mrs. Lake Sr.'s banquet? Amy, I'm so disappointed.
You want to arrest someone? Before checking, can you afford to arrest the wrong person?
Yes, Dad. What if Amy didn't steal it? Why don't we? Let her explain?
Belle, you're just too kind-hearted. With such solid evidence, how could we be framing her? I took a good look. This is indeed the Blue Soul. How can someone of Amy's background afford it? What else could it be, if not her stealing it?
That's right, Belle. You may speak up for her, but she's not on your side. When she caused Mr. Baker to lose the project, she didn't show any mercy.
Who called to say? There's a thief?
It's her. Take her to security. Hurry.
Don't you dare touch her.
Amy, you're really something. You got this, old man, to take you to Mrs. Lake's banquet. And even to protect you.
And in broad daylight, you have no shame.
I suggest you take your men and leave. And apologize to me and Eric. Otherwise, when the Lakes arrive, apologizing won't cut it.
Shut up. You want us to apologize to you? No way. Get her out of here quickly.
Mrs. Lake Sr. is here.
Who is? Causing trouble at my banquet?
Mrs. Lake Sr.
Mrs. Lake Sr., you're just in time. It's Amy. She's bold and brazen. She pretended to be the daughter of the Lakes and also stole the Blue Soul bracelet that Mr. Lake had given her.
Grandma hasn't seen me yet. Will she really be fooled by the Bakers?
Yes, Mrs. Lake Sr. Everyone saw that. Amy had stolen the Blue Soul. I got it back from her.
Mrs. Lake Sr., we're going to take care of this shameless woman for you.
And this man brought Amy and sneaked into your banquet. They are partners in crime, birds of a feather.
What were you going? Hard to do about them.
Mrs. Lake Sr.
Mrs. Lake Sr., since she had impersonated Miss Lake and stolen something she should be arrested, properly taught a lesson, and then sent to the police station to receive her just punishment.
I've heard. She's the adopted daughter of your family. Sending such a young girl to prison for several years is rather severe. Would you do that?
She made a mistake, so she should be punished. We may feel sorry for her, but we understand this basic principle. We just hope you won't take it out on us Bakers because of her mistakes.
Yes, Mrs. Lake Sr., Mr. Lake previously promised us $1 billion project, but he canceled it because of Amy. Our family has never done anything against the Lakes. Please look into it, ma'am.
Our family has been looking forward to working with yours. Don't worry, we will work harder to bring the Lakes more profit.
That's great. Men, arrest them. Men, arrest them.
You hear that? There's still time to beg for mercy. Otherwise, it will be too embarrassing. When you're thrown out.
Amy, you can't blame us for this. This is the consequence of your actions.
Prison isn't so bad. At least you'll be fed if you go back to your biological parents in Tysore. I'm afraid you won't even get a full meal.
Do it.
Hey.
Have you got the wrong person? Why are you arresting us?
You idiots. You've got the wrong person.
Mrs. Lake Sr., is this a mistake? Some misunderstanding.
What are you waiting for? Take them away and teach them a good lesson. Causing trouble at my birthday banquet. You must be tired of living.
Mrs. Lake Sr., you've got it wrong. It's Amy's fault.
Mrs. Lake Sr., please let us go. Have mercy on us. Mrs. Lake Sr.
Amy, are you all right?
I'm fine. Grandma, how did you know about me?
I was resting at the old residence, recovering from an illness. I didn't want to spread it to you, so I didn't meet you. But your dad has shown me your picture.
How are you? Feeling now?
I'm fine. It's just some old ailments. You've suffered a lot over the years, haven't you?
It's fine. Grandma, I've prepared a birthday gift for you.
I've a gift for you too. Here. This is a gift to celebrate our first meeting.
This is too much, Grandma.
Take it. If you don't, I won't accept. Yours.
Thank you, Grandma.
Let me put it on for you. It's so beautiful. Our Amy is so beautiful.
Thank you, Grandma. Grandma, I picked out this bracelet just for you. Do you like it?
Yes, I do. I'd like anything you give me.
But I bought this with the pocket money that Dad gave me. So I also prepared another gift for you.
Another gift?
Uh-huh. Please wait a moment.
Okay.
It's her.
Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith Sr. is refusing his medicines and wants to see you. Please come quickly.
Did I play well, Grandma?
It was wonderful.
Grandma, I composed it. Especially for you. May you live long and prosper.
Good, good. This is the best gift I've ever received.
Happy birthday, Mom. Mom, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Grandma, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandma.
Grandma, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Grandma.
Grandma, happy birthday.
Sorry, Amy. We were delayed. I heard that the Bakers were here. They didn't bully you, did they?
It's okay, Dad.
What? You're still trying to hide it. If I hadn't arrived in time, who knows how they'd have treated you.
Yeah. The Bakers have gone too far.
They'd better not. Go to Amy again, or I'll make them suffer.
It's time to teach the Bakers a lesson.
Let me introduce her to everyone. This is the long-lost, biological daughter of our family. From now on, anyone who dares to bully her is going against our entire family.
Rest assured, ma'am, we Zellers will never let Miss Lake suffer any injustice.
Neither will us, Lloyds.
Good, good. Amy, want me to deal with the Bakers for you?
There's no need, Grandma. The Bakers are obsessed with money. Hugo just canceled their project with us. They're probably frustrated right now.
How's that a punishment?
Grandma, it's your birthday banquet today. I don't want them to affect your mood.
Okay, I'll do as you say. For your sake, I'll let the Bakers off. For once.
Grandma, I'd like to use the bathroom.
Okay, go ahead. Amy is such a well-behaved and considerate child. She suffered while she was with the Bakers. Now that she's back, you all must treat her well.
Don't worry, Mom. She's the apple of our eye.
Don't worry, Grandma. We will protect Amy. Too?
Now that Amy's back, It's time to put the marriage talk with the Smiths on the agenda.
It's your banquet today. Is Yale here? Why not introduce them to each other?
I heard that Mr. Smith Sr. is ill, so Yale was called away.
We'll arrange another day for Amy to meet Mr. Smith Sr. and let Yale and Amy get acquainted.
What's wrong with the Lakes? We didn't offend them, so why did they kick us out?
Not only that, but they also had us beat up.
Exactly. It was clearly Amy who'd stolen the necklace. But why? Wasn't she kicked out?
She must be in a worse situation.
It's all because of that jinx. She brings us bad luck.
Now, the big shots of Genton know that the Lakes have canceled their contract with us. We were even kicked out of Mrs. Lake Sr.'s birthday banquet. A few companies want to cancel our contracts, too. Our losses are too great. It's all because of Amy, that jinx.
It's all right, Dad. It will be okay.
Oh, yeah. I heard from Dr. Hall that Grandma is showing signs of waking up. Let's visit her tomorrow. It would be perfect if we can get her help.
Grandma. Grandma. You're finally awake.
Finally, after being asleep for so long, I get to hear my darling's voice again. You're a good child. How could Fiona chase you out?
Grandma, my biological parents, treat me very well. I also have 5 older brothers. This is my second brother, Jason Lake.
Hello, Mrs. Baker Sr. Don't worry, we're all happy that Amy is back.
Good. This puts my mind at ease.
Grandma, don't worry. He's a great doctor. You'll be fine soon.
Mrs. Baker Sr., please let me do a checkup.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Jason, how is she? Jason, how is she?
She's in the final stages of heart failure. Her heart has reached its limit. It's difficult. But there's still hope. I will prescribe some medication. Take them on time. Once you're a bit better, I'll need to perform surgery.
Thank you. I want to chat with Amy for a while.
All right. Amy, I'll wait outside.
Come, sit. Amy. I'm fine. All that matters is that you're well. Over the years, I've come to see you as my real granddaughter. No matter whose child you are, you'll always be my granddaughter. I've already left my will in the storage. If anything happens, my shares and assets will all be yours.
Grandma, don't say that.
Let me finish. I finally realized the true nature of my family. John only cares about profits. Fiona is harsh and mean. They can't do business. They will only lose them all sooner or later if given to them.
Grandma, those are yours. I can't take them.
Those are all my possessions. I can give them to whomever I want. Don't be burdened by it. I'm already old. The only person I care about is you.
Grandma.
If Fiona and the others bully you, or if your family treats you poorly, you won't have to suffer with the assets I'm leaving you.
Grandma, you must get better soon.
Okay. I'll get better soon. After all, I want to attend your wedding. All right. It's okay. Don't be sad, okay?
I brought a gift for you. It's an elderly-friendly phone. Give me a call. When you miss me.
Okay. I like it. You are such a considerate child.
Grandma, you should rest.
Okay.
Rest well. I'll come visit again in 2 days.
Okay.
Amy, how dare you show up in front of us?
It was your fault. We got kicked out of the banquet.
You did it to yourselves. I'm here to visit Grandma. Not to argue with you. Move aside.
Who do you? I think you are to visit her?
Amy, did you come to beg her to let you stay because you were dumped by some guy?
Enough. You're no longer part of the Bakers. You don't need to take care of Grandma anymore.
Did you hear what we said? How rude.
Let go.
She's telling you to let go.
Who are you?
You're really something, Amy. You're always switching boyfriends.
One more word from you, and I'll rip your mouth apart.
Let's go, Gavin. Let's go, Gavin.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. Thank you. Gavin. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Gavin, wait for me.
Hey, man. Good choice. She's the prettiest in our school.
Shut up. She likes someone else. He doesn't deserve you.
I think so too. I'll head off now.
Goodbye.
Mr. Smith, do you still like Ms. Amy?
Shut up.
Mr. Smith, you're engaged to a Lake. Now that Miss Lake is back, you'll be marrying her.
It'd be a loveless marriage. I don't want to marry her. Once Grandpa's better, I'll have the engagement annulled.
I didn't know that. Amy and Grandma were that close. She still came despite not being part of the family anymore. Others would have thought she wanted something from Grandma. That's not what I meant.
Belle is right. I bet she's here for her inheritance. Hurry. Transfer her to another hospital. Otherwise, we can't prevent her from bothering her. The old lady likes her too. What if she gives the inheritance to her?
You're right. I'll find the doctor now.
Come, let's go.
Dr. Hall, I want to arrange for a transfer.
She can't be transferred in her current condition.
But if you don't, someone would bother her. It might affect her recovery.
Do you mean Amy? She cares about her more than you do. If you truly care for her, Etherstay, we have the best medical equipment and doctors. If you insist on this, she could pass away in a week.
I Let's not do that, then. Please take care of her, Dr. Ha.
Is he just trying to scare us?
Whether that's true or not, she can't die right now.
She holds 30% of the shares. That's worth 300 million. I've had someone investigate. She is secretly written her will. She liked Amy a lot. Most of her assets might be given to Amy. We need to persuade her to leave them to us. This old lady must be crazy. She treats an outsider better than her granddaughter. When did she get a phone?
Amy must have given it to her.
That BTH must be up to something. She has no blood relation to her and has been kicked out of our family. Yet she has bought her this phone. She must be trying to win her favor so that she gets her inheritance.
No wonder she refused the money we gave her. Turns out she's after our wealth.
Mrs. Baker Sr., you're awake. We've come to see you.
You're awake, Grandma. I made some food for you.
No, thank you. Take it away.
Mom, Belle is just showing care for you.
That's not true, is it?
Mom, what are you talking about? We've been visiting you for the past few days. When you were in a coma, it's just that. Work has been busy lately. There's been some financial issues. So, we wanted to ask for your help. Can you help us using your shares? Just for a bit?
Don't you have your own shares?
Mom, if we sell our shares, the company will fall into someone else's hands.
So what? If you can't manage your company, just hand it over to someone else while you still can. Do it before you go bankrupt. How would I explain that to our ancestors after I die?
Mom, it's been so many years. Haven't you witnessed it for yourself that I can manage the company?
That's right. It's all because of Amy offending the Lakes.
You're blaming Amy for your incompetence. Haven't you noticed that? Ever since you kicked Amy out, our family has been falling apart. You don't even realize that. You've kicked out your breadwinner.
Mom, don't get agitated, Mom. Your health is important. I understand. It's all our fault. But we've run out of options. Why else would I even want to use your retirement funds? If you think about it, if the company really goes bankrupt, how much stock you're holding won't matter. It'll all be worthless.
Solve your own problem. I'm not helping you.
Mom, if you really don't want to help us, the company will really be done for.
You did that. You've never visited me before. Now that you need help, you finally remember me. All of you, get out.
Mrs. Baker Sr., are you planning to give them all to that B-Chi Amy?
I can give my possessions to whomever I want. It's none of your business. Get out. Get out. Now.
Mom, don't be angry, all right?
Get out. Don't ever come back. I don't want to see any of you again.
Grandma.
Get out.
Why did you raise your voice? If you made her angry because of your yelling, we won't get a single thing.
If she dies, you, as her eldest son, would naturally get all of her inheritance.
I'm just afraid that she has already made her will and given it all to Amy. Then we'll get nothing.
Grandma only cares about Amy. Mom, Dad, it's all my fault. I couldn't win her favor.
It's not your fault. You've done well. It's all because of that beat. She used her tricks to win her favor.
That's right, Bill. Let's come back next time. Eventually, she'll understand. that Amy is just an outsider, and we're real family.
Let's go.
Mr. Ivan, please pull over. Sir, what's wrong? Quick, call an ambulance.
All right.
Are you okay?
Medicine. My meds.
Hello, 911. Send an ambulance.
Is it this one?
All right, okay. Please, hurry up.
Are you better now? Don't worry. The ambulance will be here soon.
Wasn't Grandpa better? Why the relapse?
Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith Sr. sneaked out of the hospital and suddenly collapsed. If it weren't for a girl calling, an ambulance in time, it would have been bad.
Go find out who that was. Reward her.
Understood. He's awake. He's awake. Mr. Smith Sr. is awake.
What happened?
Grandpa, don't you know your own condition? Why did you sneak out? What would we do if something happens?
I've been lying here for a week. I feel like mushrooms will be growing on me soon. Yale. I heard that the daughter of the lakes is back. She's your fiancé. When will you bring her to meet me?
I don't have a fiancé.
You? You're making me angry. I don't care. You must marry Miss Lake, no matter what. How do I explain go to the lakes if you don't?
Grandpa, Miss Lake's been missing for so many years and has just returned. There's no feelings between the two of us at all. I don't even know what kind of person she is. How can I marry her?
No feelings? No feelings? You can always develop them.
I won't ever have them.
You're infuriating me to death. My heart, my chest hurts.
All right, Grandpa. Stop pretending. You're just exaggerating.
Fine. Let's not talk about this. Yale. I remember. A young girl saved me just now. Find her. And bring her to me. I want to thank her myself.
Don't worry, Grandpa. I've already asked Scott to find her. If she's okay with it, Scott will bring her to meet you.
That's more like it. Leave now, then. Why are you still here? Scram. Seeing you irritates me.
Okay. Have a good rest then. I'll visit soon.
Mr. Smith Sr., I'll take my leave too. Please rest well. All right, I got it. Mr. Smith, we found Mr. Smith Sr.'s savior. It was Ms. Amy.
Hello, who's this?
It's me, Yale.
Mr. Smith, what can I do for you?
I just want to thank you for saving my grandpa today. I'd like to thank you in person.
There's no need. I just did the right thing. Don't worry about it.
Actually, my grandpa insists on meeting you. Otherwise, he will go on a hunger strike. Please meet him with me when you have the time.
All right then.
Send me your address. I'll pick you up.
That's okay. I'll make my own way there.
Okay.
We're getting fewer and fewer jobs. Even confirmed jobs are being canceled. At this rate, the bakers are done for.
Don't panic just yet. I heard that Mr. Smith Sr. has been hospitalized at Kingston Hospital. Many big shots are visiting him. It's an opportunity.
What did you say? Mr. Smith Sr.'s been hospitalized?
That's right. We must seize this chance. We will promote ourselves.
But Mr. Smith Sr. is an important figure. Will he really meet with us?
How will we know if we don't try?
Okay. I'll make arrangements. Today, I'll visit Mr. Smith Sr.
Why hasn't Yale come yet?
Sir, Mr. Smith is waiting for Miss Amy at the entrance.
This brat. He's escorting someone now.
Perhaps he's treating her with special care because she saved you.
I bet. Something's going on between them. That girl, not bad. She's kind-hearted. If Yale doesn't want to marry Miss Lake, he can marry her instead.
Mr. Smith Sr., Mr. Kane from Kane Group is here to meet you with his daughter. Also, Mr. and Mrs. Baker from Baker Group are waiting outside. Why don't you meet them first?
No. Aside from Yale and that girl, I'm not seeing anyone else.
I'll go turn them away and tell them you're resting.
Make sure they don't block the way. Don't stop Yale and that girl.
All right, sir.
Excuse me. We've been standing for over an hour. It's already mealtime, and the food we prepared for Mr. Smith Sr. is getting cold. Here are some gifts. We kindly ask you to do us a favor. Please let us in to meet Mr. Smith Sr. If we succeed in the future, we'll reward you. Please, take it.
Excuse me, we don't accept bribes.
Mr. Smith, Miss Amy.
Amy?
He's Patrick, our butler.
Hello, Patrick.
Mr. Smith Sr. has been waiting. Please enter.
We've waited for so long, but still couldn't meet Mr. Smith Sr. How could that get in?
Even the butler came out personally to invite her in.
How could Amy have possibly known a big shot like Mr. Smith Sr.?
The butler called the man next to her Mr. Smith. Doesn't that mean he's the young master of the Smiths, Yale Smith?
Grandpa, we're here.
Greetings.
So, you're the girl who saved me?
Yes.
Good. Come. Have a seat. Amy, thank you so much. If it hadn't been for you, I would be dead.
No way, Mr. Smith Sr. You're blessed and will live a long life.
Look at this brat. He can't take his eyes off her. Seems like he really likes her. Amy, if you don't mind me asking, do you have a boyfriend?
No, I don't.
What do you think of my grandson? Look at him. He's tall, handsome, and has a bright future. He's also a billionaire. So, would you consider him?
Mr. Smith Sr., I'm not thinking about dating right now.
You two could at least be friends.
Grandpa, stop forcing her.
How am I forcing her? How about you two exchange contact? He's the CEO of Smith Group. If you need something, you can go directly to him.
Really?
All right. Mr. Smith Sr., I need to take a call. Mr. Smith Sr., I need to take a call.
All right. Go ahead. Enough, enough. Stop staring. You like Amy. She's a nice girl. I like her too. So, if you can win her heart, I'll agree to break off the engagement.
Grandpa, it's a promise.
I promise.
Mr. Smith Sr., it's getting late. I won't disturb your rest. I'll visit you again.
All right, all right, all right. But remember, come visit me whenever you can.
Okay.
I'll escort you.
It's all right.
Let him do it. Escort her. He's free, anyway. Yale, escort Amy out.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for saving my grandpa. This is for you. You can fill in any amount.
No thanks. I was just doing the right thing.
Then, can I treat you to a meal?
You really don't have to. Mr. Smith?
If I don't show my appreciation, Grandpa would scold me.
All right then.
You forgot your seatbelt.
Oh, thank you.
Amy, I saw you together with Mr. Smith. Do you know each other?
So what?
Just tell me the truth. Does Mr. Smith like you and is pursuing you? Actually, it's a good thing. It's your chance to climb the ranks. But, at the very least, your family should be presentable, right?
What do you mean?
Your parents are bumpkins. They won't be able to afford the dowry and will embarrass themselves. But I, your dad, can prepare a generous dowry for you so that you can marry with dignity. Sound good?
Just what is it you want?
I heard Mr. Smith is on good terms with the Lakes. Can you ask him to put in a good word for us so that they'll continue working with us? Or you can ask him to work with us.
I can't do that.
Amy, I worked hard to raise you. Now the company is facing difficulties. You must help us.
It was Grandma who raised me. You didn't spend a single penny on me. You never visited me.
I was always busy making money. I had no choice. Just...
If you need help, let me know.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.
Amy, this how ungrateful. We'd raised her for so many years, yet she doesn't care.
I told you to treat her better. You made it awkward. Now what?
Do you think you treated her better? You're blaming me again for another problem. John, be a man.
You.
Mom? Dad? Don't get upset. There must be a way.
Fiona? It's been a while.
Mrs. Brown? Why are you visiting? Have a seat.
Belle. Fiona, you and John are too modest. Why didn't you tell me Belle had won second place in the national piano competition? Why are you hiding? Such a big deal? Are you afraid I'd ask you to treat us?
Mrs. Brown, what? Piano competition?
Belle placed second in the national piano competition. Didn't you know? It's been announced on the website. The award will be at the Grand Theater.
Mom, I really won second place.
That's great.
Belle winning second place in a national competition shows that. She's very talented. I came today to invite Belle to be the spokesperson for Our piano brand. I'll pay. 5 million.
I didn't know. Amy could compose too. It doesn't matter. It's all mine. In the future, I didn't expect Amy's music to place second and be worth 5 million.
Belle, let's sign a 1-year contract. After a year, the endorsement fee will increase or drop based on your performance.
Mrs. Brown, you think too highly of Belle. She's only won a small award.
The trophies have high gold percentage. Her piano skills must be exceptional to have won second place.
Mrs. Brown, the endorsement deal is settled then?
Of course. However, I have 2 conditions. First, while Belle is with our piano brand, she can't endorse others.
She won't.
The second is that, during this period, she can't have any negative publicity. Otherwise, you'll have to pay 10 times the penalty.
Mrs. Brown, don't worry. Belle is very well behaved. There'll surely be no negative impact, rumors, or news.
All right, if there are no issues. Belle, please sign here. We each get a copy of the contract. Remember my conditions?
Got it, Mrs. Brown.
I'll be going now.
I'll see you out.
It's fine. There's no need.
Take care, Mrs. Brown.
Goodbye.
John, Mrs. Brown has transferred the money. It will help ease the company's crisis. In 2 days, let's persuade your mother to make a new will again.
Belle, you bring fortune to our family.
When Mrs. Baker Sr. sees how great Belle is, she will definitely regret favoring Amy.
Enough. Don't mention that girl all the time. She's a jinx.
True. Belle, call Gavin to have a meal. Let him know about it. The Greens will hold you in higher regard when they hear it.
Understood, Mom.
Bella, it's Bella.
My friend, you've changed so much. You turned into a beautiful swan.
Thank you.
Belle, your dress is so pretty. Your earrings too.
Thanks.
Greetings. I'm Belle's fiancé, Gavin.
Belle, you're engaged?
You're so lucky, Belle. You have such a handsome fiancé. Let's sit down and order. Belle, we prepared this room for you. How is it?
Not bad. It's just a bit small, but it's okay. We can celebrate here. Have a seat.
I'll get them to upgrade the room. Your classmates are thoughtful. I'll cover the expenses today.
Gavin, better rooms require a deposit to enter. The VIP suite requires at least 10 million and needs to be booked in advance. Luxury suites don't need booking, but it requires over 3 million. Grand suites need over 1 million.
Wow, it costs that much?
We should just stay here. It's quite good.
It's okay. I'll ask the waiter if the VIP suite needs to be booked.
Belle, your fiancé treats you so well.
That's right.
Waiter.
Greetings, sir.
Do I need to book the VIP suite in advance?
There's only one VIP suite. It's only for our boss's friends. I'm very sorry. You can choose between a grand or luxury suite.
The luxury suite, then.
It requires a deposit of over 3 million.
That's fine. Let them go in first, so they can get seated. I'll go pay for it.
Okay, no problem. This way.
Go on in first. I have a call to make.
Okay.
Here's your card, sir.
Okay, thank you. Amy? It's really you. Belle won second place in the competition. We're here to celebrate. I've just settled with my card. It's a luxury suite. Come join us, if you can. Hey, stop. That's the VIP suite. Why are you heading there?
I'm here to dine. What else do you do? In a restaurant? Get medication. If your brain's not working, don't run around.
Hey. To get into the VIP suite, you'll need at least 10 million. It also requires a reservation. Even I can't get in. Who are you to go there?
You can't get in? Because you're not good enough.
You. Amy, did you use some dirty tricks to get in there? Even if I don't want you, you don't have to fall so low.
Gavin, shake your head.
Shake my head?
Shake it.
Why?
Did you hear? Water splashing.
You. How dare you insult me?
You can't say something so dumb if your head isn't full of water.
You.
Have a look. Do you want to add more?
We're good.
Gavin, why were you gone so long?
I bumped into Amy. She's going to the VIP suite.
Amy? Why would she go there?
Perhaps she's there to service someone important. Why has she become so shameless?
Don't be angry. Gavin, maybe she's doing it because she needs money and can only work in that line. Why don't we recommend better jobs to her?
Never mind. Ignore her. Let her be if she wants to fall so low. Let's go.
Gavin, let's have a toast. You'll have to take good care of Belle from now on.
Taking care of her is my duty.
Belle, you're really lucky.
I think so too.
Hey, you're all here. Looks fun.
Oh, Sean's here. Since you're late, you gotta make it up to us.
Sure. I'll drink a few glasses with you. I never expected she'd become so elegant after reuniting with her parents.
Bacon, why are you here?
You're calling me by my last name now? Guys, come in. Sit.
Sean, Belle won second place in the piano competition. Let's all celebrate and congratulate her.
Drink. Yes, we should drink to that. Belle's fiancé? Shall we have a drink, since she won a prize?
Gavin, don't drink so much. What if you get drunk?
You're a man. How can you not be able to drink? Belle, I heard that you got second place. I purposely prepared a gift for you. Come on in.
Sean, you finally let us come in.
Why did you ask for us?
My friend is engaged. I called you here so that you can test her fiancé.
Oh, he must be this handsome man here. I wonder, what's your type? Gentle or feisty ones?
Sean, don't push it.
Stay away from him.
Excuse me for a bit.
That's too much for him? Useless? Don't go.
I really don't understand. Why would Gavin like an ugly duckling like Belle? She was brought up by a janitor. Her whole body stinks of poverty.
It's because she's lucky. She has a rich father. Unlike us. We're all good and proper, but nobody cares.
Hey, do you think Gavin knows that Belle used to date Sean?
I'm sure he doesn't. They didn't just date. They used to sleep together.
See.
Gavin won't stay with her if he knows.
Sean's not a simple man. There'll be a good show waiting for us.
Careful. Careful. Are you alright?
Amy, is he your new sugar daddy? Aren't you embarrassed to be seen in public?
What did you say to her?
Am I wrong? Who knows how many men she had before you?
Gavin!
If you insult her again, I'll make it so you can't. Talk for life.
Mister, I think Gavin wasn't wrong. How could you hit him like that? That's illegal.
Who are you to even talk to me?
Amy, shouldn't you say something? Gavin was looking out for you. He's worried you made a mistake and wants to help you. It's fine if you refuse. Aren't you even a little bit guilty seeing him hurt?
Psycho.
Stop right there. Do you dare tell us how many sugar daddies you've had by now?
When did you ever see me? With a sugar daddy?
Why are you denying what you did? Mom and Dad helped you reunite with your family. Yet you think they are too poor for you. You left with another man. You made Mom and Dad lose the Lakes project.
What? Belle. She's that fake sister you had?
No wonder she's with a sugar daddy. Her family is poor, so she had to make use of her looks.
Mr. Cute Guy, have you heard all that? You're so handsome. Why are you with someone like her? What if you catch something from her?
Don't think you can push me. Just because I won't hit women. Guards.
Mr. Smith?
They were spouting B. LL shit. Slap them. They're not welcomed here ever again.
Yes. Slap them.
You must have made a mistake. They started it first.
Mr. Smith is the owner of this restaurant.
What?
What are you waiting for? Hurry up and take care of them downstairs. Don't disturb Mr. Smith.
Let go. I'm the Green's heir. She's the baker's heiress. Is it worth it to make our families your enemy for him?
The Greens and Bakers are nothing to Mr. Smith. Take them away.
What? Let me go.
Apologies, Mr. Smith. We were lax in our security. Sorry to disturb you.
Next time, don't let random people in.
Yes.
Let's go.
Sir, doesn't Mr. Smith would have a fiancé? That was...
Shut up. Who are we? To question Mr. Smith?
So, he has a fiancé already.
Where do you stay? I'll send you.
No, thank you, Mr. Smith. I'll catch a cab on my own.
Careful.
Thanks.
Why don't I send you? It's dangerous going on your own.
No need. I can manage on my own.
Then, take care.
Yep. Okay, bye.
Something happened at work.
I'm coming.
Enough. Don't kill them.
How dare you? Treat us like this?
I suggest you to stop while you can. Otherwise, your families might go bankrupt.
Don't threaten us. My family is not that weak. Even the Lakes wanted to work with us.
You don't even know who you offended. You think the Lakes want to work with you? Quit daydreaming.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? I've no time for this. Pay up and leave.
You spent a total of $9.72 million today. Your card only has 5. You still owe $4.73 million.
What?
Sean and his people kept popping bottles. They even dirtied the sofa.
When?
Just now, when you and Gavin were gone.
For the bill.
Let's go.
Gavin, wait for me. Gavin, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Sean would do that.
How exactly? Are you related to him?
We're just classmates. We're not close at all. That's why I didn't know his character at all. If I knew he was like that, I wouldn't have let them invite him.
You're not close? Then why did he keep targeting me today? He purposely ordered so much.
I'm confused too. Gavin, why don't I pay you back for tonight? In a few days?
No need. I'm injured. I won't send you off.
Get some rest. Gavin.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. Gavin, what happened? Who did that to you?
I'm fine.
Stand there. Did you go out with Belle and buy her things this evening? You spent so much money and got yourself in that state. Look at you. You don't look like the Green's heir at all. You might even be mistaken for a gangster.
That's enough. He's been hurt enough. Gavin, go get some rest.
No, I must find out what happened this evening. Fiona, where did your daughter take Gavin? He's not only injured, he also spent over $4 million.
What, $4 million? I have no idea what that's about. Gavin accompanied Belle to a class reunion.
A class reunion can cost over $4 million. They're not married yet. She's treating Gavin like an ATM already. She took so much in one go, I'm starting to wonder if Belle is just uncultured.
Mrs. Green, watch your tone.
I'll make it clear right now. Our family will not welcome Belle to join us. This $4 million is for the breakup. From now on, don't ever contact Gavin.
Who Gavin likes is his own business. Our family has a marriage alliance. If you do that, how am I going to face my ancestors and Mrs. Baker Sr.?
If your ancestors knew about Belle spending $4 million in one night, they'd jump out of their graves to object this marriage.
You.
Mrs. Baker Sr. can't even take care of herself. She won't get involved. Besides, she never liked Belle.
Even then, you can't. Just break off the engagement.
Belle's just a young girl. She spent so much already. If this goes on, we'd go bankrupt, even if we had a gold mine.
What happened?
Belle, weren't you? At a class reunion. What happened?
Yes. What happened? What's with your face?
Dad, Mom, I saw Amy at the restaurant. She went to the VIP suite with her sugar daddy. Gavin and I saw her, so we spoke up. Who knew that guy would call people to hit us?
What? Who dare to hit you and Gavin? What's his name? Tell me. I'll take care of him.
I don't know him, but they say that he's very powerful. We can't mess with him.
What does that mean? He dared do this to you. Even if we lose everything and go bankrupt, I'll make him get on his knees and apologize.
He dared to hurt my darling daughter. I don't only want him to kneel and apologize. I want his whole family to come here together and apologize to you.
Pay your medical bills too.
Yes, medical bills, compensation for her trauma, for embarrassing her, and more.
Dad!
Mom, tell us, who is he? You got bullied so badly. We will definitely make him pay.
I don't know his name, but the restaurant's manager said, I think he's the owner of the restaurant.
A restaurant owner dared to attack my daughter? Don't worry, Belle. We will help you get back at him.
Oh, shut up. That restaurant is the biggest and most luxurious one in Genton. He must be very powerful. We can't mess with him.
Is one restaurant so powerful? Belle, I know that. You've been wronged. But all of this was because of Amy. Don't worry. I'll go and get you justice now.
Yes, this is Amy's fault. She went down a dark path. Belle is just, being kind to advise her. She wasn't grateful, and even let others hit you. Yes, we should call and scold her. Don't wait. Call her now.
Okay. Give me a second.
Sam, why are you back? So early?
I wanted to spend time with you, but you went out. Who's that? Why hang up?
Marketing calls.
Have you forgotten all that we have taught you? Belle was being kind and helpful to you. Even if you don't listen, you shouldn't hurt her. Look how badly she's injured now. Because of you, come here right now and sincerely apologize to her. We wasted our time raising you. A dog can at least guard our house. You're worse than a dog. I want you here right now to get on your knees until Belle forgives you. I want you here right now. You hear me?
Amy, tell me if you're in trouble. I can settle it for you.
I know. You're the best.
Of course. By the way, I'm going to an award ceremony for a piano competition tomorrow. You should come along. Saw your sister's name among the winners?
You're talking about Belle? Yes, but I heard that. She was raised by a janitor before reuniting with the Bakers. How could she have learned the piano?
I don't know about that. I have her song here. Have a listen. The first and last part of her song is not that special, but the middle is perfect.
That part was written by me.
What? She plagiarized? Got it. I will remove her from the awards.
That's not enough, Sam. She plagiarized in a national competition. I want her to be completely ruined.
Who's that? She seems quite important.
I think that's the runner-up, Belle Baker, daughter of Baker Group's president, John Baker.
She's quite pretty, but her face looks swollen.
Why isn't Gavin here yet?
Don't worry, Mom. Gavin will definitely come.
Send him another text. The ceremony is about to begin. You must let him see how great you are.
Okay.
Send a few more texts. Don't be so subtle. Be passionate. Start by asking if he's busy. Then talk about the ceremony. If that fails, send a few intimate expressions. Flirt a little. Coax him. Men can't stand it. When girls flirt.
I got it, Mom. Is he still angry about that incident with Sean?
Belle? It's been 10 minutes. He still hasn't replied? Is your phone signal strong? Is your ringtone on? Check it again. Give him a call.
Mom, I'm heading to the washroom.
Belle!
Stop pushing Belle. She can't put down her dignity and beg him.
If her fiancé is absent from this ceremony, how much do you think he cares about her?
Enough.
Amy? Why are you here? I know. You're here with your sugar daddy.
Your face stopped hurting. Want another slap?
Listen here. I haven't settled that debt with you.
Fine. Let's settle it. Properly today.
I'm warning you. Dad and Mom came with me today. If you hit me again, I'll tell them. They'll deal with you. You'll be the one embarrassed.
How old are you? Aren't you shy using your parents to scare me?
Aren't you also relying on men?
I'm warning you. If I hear you saying something like that again, I'll cut off your tongue and feed it to the sharks.
Try me.
Wanna bet?
Belle?
Amy, why did you hit me?
Belle!
Are you okay, Mommy?
Are you okay, Mommy? Amy, how dare you hit Belle? I won't forgive you. Let go. I said let go. Didn't you hear?
Okay.
Mom? Mom! Mom! Get up.
Do you think you can just simply slap Belle's face? You got your friend to hit her last time. Now you're bullying her. In front of me, listen to me. If you don't apologize to Belle, I'll get everyone here to see what you've done.
Sure. Call everyone here then. Let's also ask them if someone who plagiarized should get second place.
What did you say? Don't you dare accuse Belle here.
You'll know if I accused her once you asked her.
What proof do you have?
That's right. What proof do you have to claim that Belle plagiarized? I know. You're jealous, knowing that Belle got second place. So you snuck in to accuse her and embarrass her, right? You're so vicious. Why did we raise such an ungrateful child like you? Hurry up and apologize to Belle.
Mom, forget it. Don't make Amy apologize to me.
Let go. I'm going to teach her a lesson. Don't worry. I'm here now.
Are you two done acting?
We're already letting you go. What more do you want?
I want you to apologize.
Me? Apologize to you?
You want Belle to apologize to you?
It's fine if she refuses. I'll go and get the surveillance footage so everyone can see what really happened.
You must be itching for a fight.
Mom, I can't let people find out I plagiarized. Amy, I'm sorry about this. I won't do it again.
Stay away from me next time.
Mom? Stop it. Let her go.
Why did you apologize? Why are you scared of her? We're in the right. Because she slapped you.
Mom, we have plenty of time to take care of her. Let her go today.
True. Today's a big day for us.
What should I do if Amy exposes me for plagiarism? Hang on. She has no proof. Why should I worry?
Let's go.
Gavin.
Who's that? Why is Belle so happy?
That's her fiancé. He came to support her.
Gavin, you're finally here.
Congrats.
Will you cheer for me when I go on stage?
Whose son is he?
He's the son of the Green family.
Gavin Green?
You know him too?
I know his mother.
Oh, great. Let's get our seats.
Hello? Lisa, you have to explain yourself. Why didn't you tell me that Belle is dating Gavin? If I didn't bump into them, I wouldn't know. You have a daughter-in-law.
You've met?
At the awards ceremony for the piano competition. Who knew Belle could get second place? You have good taste?
That's not confirmed yet. They're just fooling around. Send me the address. I want to have a look.
Okay.
You better. Laugh while you still can.
Amy, over here.
Amy? The Lake son? The Bakers. An adopted daughter is the one the Lakes recently got reunited with.
Dear guests, let us invite the runner-up, Belle Baker, on stage to perform.
She climax of her song is so nice. It's very beautiful.
A 20-something young lady managed to write a song like this. It's so good.
Mr. Smith, why is Miss Amy sitting with Mr. Lake?
Miss Baker, thank you for the performance. Now let's invite the chairman of our association, Mr. Lake, to present the trophy to the top 3 winners.
Hang on. Miss Baker, I'd like to ask, was the song that you just played really written by you?
Of course.
The climax of your song is exactly like my song Dawn.
Amy, what are you talking about? What proof do you have?
Proof? Of course I have it, but before presenting it, I'd like to ask Miss Baker, what was the climax of your song trying to convey?
It's a devastated emotion. It's just like the name I chose for this song. It's an endless sense of sadness. You can't escape, no matter how hard you try.
You got it wrong. If you don't believe me, you can ask the others present here. How do they feel when they listen to the song's climax?
I did hear a deep sense of sadness. It's like being drowned by a river of sadness, being torn apart. But after some time, it's like a strand of sunlight came in. Suddenly, I felt a strong push. It's asking me to live on.
I heard the bravery and strength of escaping from a sense of hopelessness.
I can't help but picture how everyone united as one during the pandemic.
Me too. The scream of devastation was right in front of me. It was like a war without weapons.
That's right. A lot of families were destroyed in the pandemic. A lot of people fell into devastation. That's why I wrote Dawn. I wish that the power of music can bring them warmth and hope. It's a wish that all will be well and will be safe and sound.
Everyone, decipher music differently. You can't claim I plagiarized because of that. You stole my life and enjoyed 20 years of wealth and privilege. My parents finally reunited with me. You're upset, so you keep targeting me. You think that your family is too poor, but you want to stay in Jinton. That's why you go out with different men every day. As your younger sister, I have been trying to talk you out of it. You won't listen. You keep targeting me and my fiancé. I didn't want to do this because we're family. But today, you chose to accuse me.
Is that the daughter of the Bakers?
Yes.
Teach the Bakers a lesson.
Yes, Mr. Smith.
So it's a private grudge.
That girl looks so prim and proper, but her private life is so messy.
Belle, you truly won't give up till the last second. Fine. Please look at the screen. Due to the motivational message of the song, it was added into school books since March. The new textbooks have been printed. It'll reach the market in September. Before this, the song was never published.
This is indeed this year's new textbook. Belle, you disrespected the national competition and plagiarized. I hereby announce that you've lost your rights to the award. Besides, I'm also banning you from ever joining the Piano Association.
Plagiarizing without permission from the author. For personal gain, you've broken the copyright law. You'll be punishable by law. You'll receive a lawyer's letter very soon.
I'm sorry. I'll apologize. I'm sorry.
You did this to yourself.
Belle. Belle.
Belle.
Gavin, do you want me make me angry?
Mom, why are you here?
How many times have I told you to break up with that brat? You refused to listen. How dare you come here? I told you that Belle doesn't deserve your love. If you married her, you'll be taken for a joke.
Lisa, not acknowledging her is the right move. She plagiarized in this competition. She utterly embarrassed herself. Instead, that girl the Bakers wrongly adopted is not bad. She's very talented. Besides, she's the Lakes' long-lost daughter. If Gavin marries her, your family will become very lucky.
What?
How could Amy be the lake's daughter?
Yes, she was here too. I heard Mr. Lake calling her. Lisa, I have to go. See you next time.
Okay. Ah, Gavin.
Mom? How could Amy be the lake's daughter?
I never expected that brat to be so lucky. She's a lake. If I knew, we shouldn't have abandoned her. For Belle.
It's too late to talk about that now.
Not necessarily. Gavin, from now on, you have to win. Amy back.
What are you saying, Mom? Amy is the daughter of the richest man. She can have any man she wants. Why would she be with me? I must have been blind. Why did I assume that she's clinging to men? With her current status, she doesn't even need a man.
Amy used to be the baker's daughter. You were engaged to her. She must still, subconsciously, think of you as her fiancé. She must still have feelings for you. It's just that Belle popped up later on. She must be a little upset about it. As long as you coax her, treat her better, remember her preference, and give her surprises on holidays, she'll surely come crawling back to you.
Mom, will that work?
Gavin, if our family wants to be respected in the elite circles, we'll have to depend on you.
Okay.
Should we?
Yes.
Hello, Mrs. Brown.
Mrs. Baker, our website just announced that Miss Baker is our ambassador. When we got the news about her plagiarizing and being removed from the competition, a lot of people are criticizing our brand now. At this point, how could you just keep quiet?
Mrs. Brown, let me explain.
We had it in black and white. There can't be any scandals during the contract, or you'll have to pay the penalty. According to the contract, you must pay me $50 million in 10 days, or I'll see you in court.
Mrs. Brown, what should we do now? She wants us to pay her $50 million in 10 days.
Hello?
Is this Mr. John Baker? I am Miss Amy's lawyer. Mr. Baker plagiarized Miss Amy's work for a competition. This is a severe breach of copyright laws. After you make up for the disturbance and formally apologize, you have to compensate Miss Amy for it.
Compensate? How much?
$10 million. If it's not received in 3 days, we will bring this to court. We'll also announce this on our website.
Don't do that. Let's talk this through.
What was that? That brat wants us to pay her $10 million? How dare she?
Because Belle stole her song. You shouldn't have. Kept calling her a brat. If you didn't, insist on kicking her out. Her piano skills could have really benefited us. Both. Our daughters are talented. She'd make us so proud. If she got married, she'd help get us so many connections.
Who knew that brat? That girl is so talented. We were her parents. She didn't even tell us. She's so hurltis.
Enough. The priority now is to have Belle apologize to Amy and get her forgiveness.
What for? Belle already said sorry on the stage.
Just saying sorry can save you $10 million. You can keep daydreaming. I'm more worried if she will forgive us now. Yes?
Bad news, sir. The Lakes and Smiths have announced that nobody can work with us. Anyone who dares will be going against them.
What? We didn't do anything to offend the Lakes recently. Hey, did you ask? What happened?
No.
What are you waiting for?
What happened? We never offended them. Why are they going after us? Could it be the incident from the birthday?
If it's about that, they wouldn't. have waited till now. I'm guessing it's because the Lakes appreciates Amy's talents. That's why they're helping her.
I never expected that brat to get with Mr. Smith and have them go against us.
Now both families are coming after us. Our family is really done for now.
Hurry up and call Amy. If she sues Belle, Belle's life will be over.
Grandpa, you can be discharged today.
That's great. Pack up. Let's go home.
Do you want to ask if Amy is free to celebrate with you by having a meal with us?
Brat, so that's what you're after. What's my reward?
Aren't you impatient for a great-grandchild? That can't happen without your help.
You win. Then, for the sake of my great-grandchild, I'll help you this time.
Okay.
Amy, it's me. I'm getting out today. Are you free to come and pick me?
Yes, Mr. Smith Sr. I'll come now.
Good. Good. I'll wait for you. Look at your silly face. You need my help to get a date. Tuck.
Aren't you also happy to help me?
Shush.
Sir, this is the first time I see Mr. Smith being so nice to a girl.
I've always been worried that he'd never get a girlfriend with his attitude. I don't have to now. He's doing great. This is Miss Amy. You all better be nice when you see her.
Please.
Welcome, Miss Amy.
Amy, here. It's delicious.
She's allergic to that.
I'll eat it.
You like chicken. Have more.
Okay.
Amy, how does it taste?
Delicious.
Eat more if it's good. Amy, do visit me when you're free. I'm dying of boredom, stuck at home.
Okay. Mr. Smith, how did you know? I'm allergic to prawns. And like chicken wings?
This prawn is so good. Hurry and try it.
Yup, it's quite good. Amy, come try it.
No thanks. I'm allergic to prawns.
You're allergic to prawns? Enjoy your favorite chicken wings then.
I heard about it. Let's go. Come with me. Want to give it a go?
Yep.
That was great. Can I play for you?
You can also play the piano.
I've learned it before. Amy, this song is for you. It has been 7 years, Amy. I finally have the chance to publicly stand by you and play this for you.
Why? Do I hear a very deep love from his song? We've only just met.
Amy. Amy.
Oh. Mr. Smith, have we? met before?
During college, I once loved a girl, but she only ever looked at another man. So, I could only bury my feelings and watch her from afar. Thanks to her, I gave up going overseas to study. I learned the piano for her. I even wrote a lot of songs for her. Until today, I finally got to play it for her.
What does Yale mean by that? Could I be the person he's in love with? How's that possible?
So, Amy, do you want to listen to the other song?
Excuse me. Hello?
Amy, it's Dad. I'll only take 2 minutes of your time. Please don't hang up. Belle was wrong. To plagiarize your work, Mom and Dad gave her a stern lecture just now. We're also responsible for not teaching her. That's why she made such a grave mistake. Are you free now? We'll take her to apologize to you.
No need.
Don't hang up. Amy, I'm begging you, give Belle a chance. Give us a chance too. We were wrong in a lot of things. We also hurt you. However, for the sake of your grandma.
You have no right to bring her up.
Yes, I shouldn't have brought her up. However, if she knows that, our company will be ruined in my hands. She will be very upset. By then, her condition will become worse. That will be all our fault. You're right to be upset. We don't ask for your forgiveness. If you're willing...
I'm not.
Amy, what can help you? Let this go, as long as I can do it.
2 minutes is up.
TSK.
Was that the Bakers?
Yes.
Let me know if you need help.
Don't worry, Mr. Smith. I can handle it. I'm heading home then.
Let me send you.
No need.
I'm also heading out. It's fine.
Okay.
Still thinking of him?
I'm not. From the moment I saw him with Belle, we were over.
Then, can't I be that person?
Mr. Smith, I told you. I have no plans to get into a relationship now. Besides, don't you already have a fiancé? I don't want to be the other woman.
I do have a fiancé, but she was arranged by my family. I've never even met her before. Besides, Grandpa has agreed to call it off. Amy,
I'm here, Mr. Smith.
Do you stay here?
Yup. Why?
I thought her parents are poor people from Tyser County. Why would they have a lakeside villa? Nothing.
Bye.
See you. Drive. Scott, prepare some gifts and call off the engagement with the Lakes.
What? Mr. Smith, your engagement was set by the elders. If you call it off, it's a disrespect to the Lakes. It'll affect your families, friendly relations. This is not only between you and the Lakes girl, it'll also affect the Lakes and the Smiths. Mr. Smith, do you want to reconsider?
Hurry up and get it done.
Mr. Smith, if not for yourself or your family, won't you do it for Mr. Smith Sr.? He's sick. If you do this, won't.
He'll approve, if he knows. I'm calling it off for Amy.
Make a diamond piano for my daughter immediately. Except the keys. Every other part must be diamond. It must have the best sound quality.
It's time we buy a better piano for Amy. The current one isn't up to par for my darling daughter.
Dad, Mom.
Amy, your father is buying you a piano.
Really?
Yes. Are you happy?
Dad, Mom, why didn't you get me a better one when I learned the piano?
How can you compare to Amy? Silly boy. What type of piano do you want? It's enough if it makes a sound.
That's right.
I'm the chairman, Of the Piano Association. Don't I deserve a better piano? Hugo, help me.
How dare you ask Hugo? How did you do your job? How could you let people plagiarize Amy and win second? You let Amy suffer so much injustice. Be happy we didn't lecture you.
Mom's right.
It was my mistake this time.
Mom, it's all Belle's fault. Don't blame Sam.
Amy, no need to help him. As the chairman of the Piano Association, he needs to be accountable for that mistake in the competition.
Okay, Dad, I'm sorry.
You only asked for 10 million from the Bakers. That's too lenient.
I agree. They bullied you over and over. We should teach them a lesson.
Hugo, I heard that there's 2 pieces of land up for auction in the north.
Amy, what's your plan?
John will definitely want to profit big after this huge loss. Hugo, make it known that this land is highly valuable and that it can be sold for a huge profit. We must ensure John acquires it.
John would need to exhaust all his resources and take out loans to secure the land. It has conditions, though. Construction must start within a month, and it cannot be sold or mortgaged for 5 years. He'll most likely, I regret this move.
That's my intention. John will likely need to sell all his shares for the purchase. I'll buy them at a low price and give them to Mrs. Baker Sr.
Is she still not answering?
Her phone is off.
That BT has gone overboard. We cannot allow this to make the news. If it does, it will ruin Belle's reputation and bring disgrace to the family.
Dad. Mom. It's all my fault. If I hadn't returned, you'd still be living a comfortable life. All of this happened because of me. I'm truly sorry.
Oh, my sweet child. You're our long-lost daughter. After 20 years, you've suffered so much. How could we ever blame you? John?
Dad.
Belle, remember to never take anything that doesn't belong to you in the future.
Dad, I'll keep this lesson in mind.
We'll ask your grandma for help. If that doesn't work, we'll sell a few properties to raise the tens of millions needed. As long as we repay her, Amy won't pursue the matter further. This issue will soon be resolved and won't become a national scandal or a topic of gossip. However, we'll have to put the matter of Gavin on hold for now.
Why are you here again?
Mom, I know you're upset. I know we shouldn't have listed Amy on the missing person site and caused you to part ways.
Mrs. Baker Sr., John and I regret it now. We've let her down.
Mom, you have to help us. Can you act as a mediator to smooth things over between us? And Amy, I'm sure she will. Forgive us if you speak on our behalf.
I can't bring myself to do that.
Mom, I've no one to turn to except you now. You have to help us. The company is going through a rough patch recently. I've had to sell many of my properties and shops, yet the decline hasn't stopped. If this continues, the company might go under.
I was wondering if you have come to realize your mistakes. Turns out you're just afraid of bankruptcy and losing your luxurious lifestyle.
Mrs. Baker Sr., it's not just about the company. Belle's recent offhanded comments have upset Amy, who is now suing for compensation and a public apology. Amy is now facing a detention verdict.
Amy is only taking actions because Belle made extremely inappropriate remarks. I think Amy is in the right.
Mrs. Baker Sr., you're quick to defend Amy. Belle is your granddaughter. How can you allow outsiders to mistreat her this way?
Mom, Belle made a mistake, but she has already apologized. We've done our best to make amends. But Amy still...
Ma'am, Belle truly regrets her mistake. Please let her off. This time.
Mom, we're begging you. Please help us out. Please have Amy come over. We will apologize to her. Before you, even if it means we must kneel.
Does your kneeling truly show you're regretful? It seems you're just worried about losing your status and wealth. Do you really think Amy will simply forgive you after such shallow apologies?
Mom, the key lies with you. Amy holds you in high regards and respects you greatly. Even if she doesn't recognize our role in raising her, she will certainly repay the kindness you showed her.
TSK, how dare you bring that up? You're obviously intent on draining Amy of everything she's worth. Get out. Don't ever come back here.
Mom.
Get lost.
Mom, it's fine if we don't involve her. But the company is in dire straits. You must help us. I'm only asking for an additional 10% of the shares.
You can dream on if you think that I'll help you.
Mom.
Get lost. Get out. Scram. Don't ever come back here.
Your mom's horrible. Despite you being her son, she won't help you and continues to support Amy.
Enough. We can't push Mom too hard, or it might backfire. Let's try again in 2 days.
What about that land?
We must acquire it. It's our last hope. Let's sell some shares and work on getting a loan.
That's the only way forward.
Hello, Mr. Lake, Mrs. Lake.
Yale, why have you come? You really didn't have to bring anything.
Sir, ma'am, I'm here today to see Ms. Lake.
Yale, it all happened too fast. We couldn't notify you earlier. We just found Amy recently. It wasn't our intention to hide it from you. Ruth, please bring Miss Lake here.
Okay.
Amy.
Mom, are you looking for me?
Amy, I'd like you to meet Yale. The Lakes and the Smiths had a marriage agreement years ago, which makes Yale your fiancé.
My fiancé?
Yeah, Amy. Yale, this is Amy, our long-lost daughter that we've just reunited with.
So, it turns out Miss Amy's is a lake.
Do you know Amy?
Yeah.
Oh, so it appears Amy and Yale are fated to be together.
Mr. Smith, why are you here?
I came by with gifts after hearing about your return.
Weren't you here to call off the engagement? Did you change your mind because it's Ms. Amy? Such an abrupt change of heart.
Grandpa is eager to meet you. Do you have time to visit him with me?
But I just met him yesterday.
You're meeting him as my fiancé this time.
Amy, why not visit Mr. Smith Sr. today? If that's what he wants. You're engaged to Yale. You should pay him a visit.
You can visit on behalf of the lake if you prefer not to. as my fiancé.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, he's right. You should pay respect to Mr. Smith Sr. on our behalf. It's about time, given you've been back for a while.
Don't go empty-handed. Bring him some gifts.
Skip the gift. I only need you there.
No way. Gifts can't be omitted. For the first meeting, Ruth, prepare some gifts.
Okay.
Hi, Mr. Smith Sr.
Amy, you shouldn't call me that. We're family from now on. Call me Grandpa. Scott told me that you're the long-lost child of the Lakes. What a coincidence that you're engaged to Yale, too. But it must have been tough for you all these years.
Grandpa, not at all.
You're a good kid. Don't worry. From now on, both your family and mine will treat you well. Look at this. This was Yale's grandma's favorite gift. From when she married me, she asked me to give it to the woman Yale loves when he brings her home.
Grandpa, I can't accept this valuable gift.
It's a gift and a token, but of blessing from Yale's grandma to you. How can you refuse? Yale, why don't you accept it on Amy's behalf? It's so pretty. It seems like it was made for Amy.
It's beautiful.
Thank you, Grandpa.
Okay. You should stay here with Yale. I'll ask the chef to cook some delicious food.
Amy, I didn't expect you'd be my fiancé. You won't. Run away again, will you?
Mr. Smith, I did say I wasn't planning to start a new relationship.
It's okay. I can wait.
Gavin!
Why are you here?
Don't worry. I'm not here to harass you. I've signed the annulment papers. I know that. My plagiarism of Amy's music score has dishonored you and your family. Though everyone makes mistakes, my actions have humiliated you and your family. I was wrong.
Noted with thanks. I'm busy. You can leave now.
Gavin, I sprained my ankle. Can you help me inside?
Okay.
Gavin, I'm thirsty. Can you get me a glass of water?
Relax for now. I'll take this call.
Gavin, can you show me? Only around your house again? Gavin, what's wrong?
Gavin.
Amy.
Gavin, what's wrong?
Amy. Amy.
Why are you still hung up over her?
You.
Gavin, you're awake. I willingly gave myself to you last night. Let's just pretend. Nothing happened. I'll go home now.
I'm sorry. For being impulsive, I'll do right by you.
What are you going to tell your parents?
I'll handle them. Accordingly, the engagement party will go on.
Gavin, you're the best.
Amy.
Mrs. Baker Sr., you look much better today.
I've been feeling much better recently. All thanks. Bye to you, Jason.
It's fine. Mrs. Baker Sr., your health has improved. The surgery can be done tomorrow.
Grandma, you'll recover soon.
Yeah. Then I'll be able to spend a few more years with you.
Few years isn't enough. Grandma, you need to stay with me for another 100 years.
100 years. I'll turn into an old witch by then.
You'll be the prettiest witch.
Oh, is that so? Am I pretty now? Okay, I'll listen to you. I'll strive to live longer.
Grandma, we'll go on adventures. Together when you get better. We'll explore all the places we've talked about, okay?
Okay. By the way, Amy, I heard you have a fiancé named Yale. Does he treat you well? When are you bringing him to see me?
Don't worry, Grandma. He treats me kindly. He'll be with you during the surgery. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Don't worry. Everything will be fine with Jason around.
All right.
Rest well, Grandma.
Okay. You two should go home too.
Rest well. Hey, Hugo.
Amy, the Bakers have bought the land. I bought the shares on sale. You now hold 25% of them.
All right. Thanks, Hugo.
You're welcome.
Bad news, Mr. Baker.
What's got you so flustered?
We must start construction on the purchased land within a month, and it can't be sold or mortgaged for the next 5 years.
What? Is this message reliable? We don't have any money on hand, and we're hoping to get back on track by selling the land. How will we manage the bank interest, which is over $1 million per month, if it can't be sold for 5 years?
Who told you that? Is it true? Are you sure about it?
Yeah, I've checked. All the major companies are aware, so all the bidders are leading firms. They have sufficient capital, and retaining the land for 5 years won't be a big issue.
John, what should we do? We lack the money to build on such a large land, and we're unable to repay the substantial bank interest.
What should we do? What will happen to my engagement with Gavin if the Greens find out?
Keep this information from them at all costs. You and Gavin's engagement party must go on.
Mr. Baker, one more thing.
Stop beating around the bush and tell me.
I've investigated Mrs. Baker Sr.'s will as per your request. She has bequeathed her inheritance to Amy.
What?
Didn't I tell you not to come here?
Ma'am, John and I know you've bequeathed everything to Amy. Why are you giving it all to a non-relative?
It's my right to give my assets to anyone I want. It doesn't concern you? You talked about making amends with Amy before. Why? Call her an outsider. Now...
Mom, we did neglect Amy before and wanted to make up for it, but that's a separate matter. Shouldn't your possessions go to your closest family?
Ma'am, Belle is your biological granddaughter. She's faced many hardships before finally returning to us. As her grandma, don't you sympathize with her? Don't you want to make it up to her?
How could I not feel for her? As long as she gets along well with Amy, she will get her share of inheritance. Yet she kept causing trouble for Amy.
See, you only care about Amy.
Mom, it's been tough for the company. I sold all my properties and finally bought a valuable piece of land. But I've been told that construction must start within a month and we can't mortgage or sell it for 5 years. I've borrowed from the bank and friends, but the monthly interest is over $1 million. As we're facing cash flow issues lately, I'm unable to repay this debt. If you don't help us, we will be in deep trouble.
Had it not been for your neglect over the years, your absence during my illness, and your apparent desire for my demise, had you not deceived me, driven Amy away, and caused so many problems over the years, I would have helped. But now, and it's too late. You'll have to handle the fallout yourself.
Mom, the company will go bankrupt. Without your support, do you want to drive us to our limit?
You're the ones who are driving me mad now. Graham.
Mom, what's wrong, Mom?
Drop the act. We're not done until you explain about the inheritance.
Get lost, the two of you. Don't talk to me about it again. I'll give it to whoever I want. Get lost.
You're being unreasonable. I've had enough of you.
Get out. Leave now. Get lost. Scram.
Okay, we're leaving. Enough.
Head out first. I need a minute. Go.
Why are you here again?
Mom, let me ask you one last time. Will you help or not?
Are you threatening me? Listen up.
You wench. Do you think you're something? Because I've been nice to you. Listen up. You don't have a choice but to help us.
Let go of me. Let me go.
You wench. I would have finished you off long ago if it weren't for John. What good are you? Now that the company is falling apart?
Help. I need help.
You wench. How dare you call for help? Try calling for help now. How does suffocation feel? I'll ask you one last time. Will you help or not?
Let me go. Let go of me. Release me. Let me go. Give it to me, or are you going to call Amy
Are
again?
you going to call Amy again? Do you want this? You won't get it. You wench. I think you still haven't suffered enough. Your trick won't work on me. Listen up. Get the probate office to change the will tomorrow and put all your assets in my name. Did you get that? Did you hear me? Did you hear me? You're not really dying, are you? This is on you, not me. It's not on me. It's not my problem.
Hello? What? I'll come over now. Hello. Jason. Grandma's in trouble.
Amy, calm down. I'll go over now.
Okay.
Don't worry. She'll be fine.
Jason, how is she?
Is that so? Am I pretty? Okay, I'll listen. I'll strive to live longer. I'll turn into an old witch then.
Grandma, wake up. We still haven't gone on a trip. I haven't introduced you to Yale yet. How could you leave me? Grandma? Wake up, Grandma. There's so much we haven't done. You promised you'd live a long life. Grandma, it's all my fault. If only I had been by your side yesterday. Grandma?
Amy. It's not your fault. It's the baker's fault. I checked. The bakers visited last night.
You need to stay strong. Mrs. Baker Sr. would be heartbroken to see you like this.
If the bakers are truly responsible, I'll make them pay.
Help. I need help.
You wench.
It's all my fault. Had I seen this earlier, Grandma would still be here.
Amy, you've already done enough.
FKU, Fiona. You'll pay for this.
Dear loved ones, welcome to my engagement party with Belle. Thank you for making time to celebrate with us. Please, bear with us if we fall short in any way. With that being said, let's feast.
Ugh, this is absurd.
It's a joyous occasion for our son. Please smile. And stop frowning, okay?
It's a shame that Gavin ended up with a humiliation. Like her. I wouldn't have accepted her into our family if it weren't for their promise of half the land.
Exchanging an engagement for a few billion isn't a loss. If needed, we can always find an excuse to expel her later.
That's a good idea.
Let's witness the exchange of rings with the warmest applause and the sincerest wishes.
Sean, did you miss me? Hey. Sean, let's switch positions. Okay? What's going on? Turn it off. Stop the video. Gavin. I can explain.
Are you going to invent more reasons to claim you were coerced? You seemed eager and happy in the video. Bella, how old were you at that time? How could you be so vulgar?
Gavin.
So, is this how you raised your daughter? She's shameless and disgusting.
Lisa, you know Belle well enough to know she wouldn't. They'll do something like this. Someone must have set her up.
Yeah. Swapping faces is all the rage now, isn't it? The couple in this video must be someone else. The mastermind is out to ruin this engagement party. Show yourself now, you SCM bag.
Mr. Baker, do you take us as fools? Isn't it obvious to you two that this is Belle? Can her face and voice be disguised?
Belle, explain yourself.
It's easy to make false accusations. I don't know. who posted this or why it was shown during the ring exchange ceremony. Who's sabotaging my relationship with Gavin? Step up and face us if you have the guts. As my fiancé and soon-to-be family, or you haven't even asked me about this before resorting to striking me and insulting my parents? Is this how the Greens conduct themselves?
How can you prove? You're not in this video?
How do you prove it's me? How could I not be aware if I had done such a thing? I know you don't like me, but Gavin and I are deeply in love. Did you deliberately fabricate the video to stop me from being with Gavin?
You're absurd? We're hosting this event today? How could we possibly self-sabotage? You're being so defensive. Did you do this and are trying to blame it on us?
My family would be cursed if I had done such a thing. How about you? Can you swear you didn't fabricate this video?
You're insane.
Are you for real? You say the video is fake, but how would the culprit know that you have a mole on your chest?
It is you. You took a vile oath on your family to deceive us. You're truly an evil and heartless person. Your parents haven't done their job, so I'll discipline you today.
How could you hit Belle?
You shameless vixen. I'll expose your true colors today. Spam. I'll expose your nasty side. Don't you want to be seen? Now let's show everyone just how vile you are.
You wench. Put all your assets in my name.
I didn't expect. Fiona is so cruel.
It's fake.
She did. That to an old lady.
You? How could you do this?
John, I can explain.
Has Fiona killed Mrs. Baker Sr.?
How could such a joyous event be complete without Grandma?
So it's you, Amy. I knew all along that you were behind this. Why did you display your grandma's memorial photo during Belle's engagement party? Are you jinxing her or your grandma?
Shouldn't I display it when Grandma has died?
Don't be ridiculous. Where's your grandma? If she's in the hospital, we'd visit her after this ends. Don't use your grandma's photo to intimidate us.
Shouldn't you be kneeling in remorse after seeing Grandma's photo? After all, you caused her death.
What? DD'd your grandma? Really? Pass away?
John, don't trust her. She must have said this on purpose to claim the inheritance. What are you doing? You how dare you?
Amy, let go of us. No matter what, your grandma is still part of the Bakers. It's up to the Bakers to punish us for our mistakes, not you.
Who said my daughter can't do it?
Mr. Lake Sr., why are you here?
Who gave you the audacity to ask me that? When you guys were bullying my daughter?
You've bullied Amy, time and again. But she put up with it, because you raised her. Yet, you caused Mrs. Baker Sr.'s death. You're despicable and vile.
Is Amy your daughter?
Yeah. Amy is part of the prominent Lakes.
That's impossible. How could she be the Lakes' daughter?
You're doomed to have the nerve to mess with Amy.
You people must pay the price for your actions this time.
We will stand behind Amy.
Yes.
Amy has my support too.
Amy is not only the heiress of the Lake family, but also the recognized granddaughter of Mrs. Baker Sr. She's the rightful heir to the Baker's fortune. She is more entitled than any of you to seek justice for Mrs. Baker Sr.
Amy, what Fiona did was wrong, but the most important thing now is to give your grandma a proper burial. Let's address the rest later.
Make them beg for mercy.
Amy, we truly regret our actions. We never meant to bother Grandma. We never saw her death coming.
Yeah, we didn't want this to happen to Grandma too.
Amy, tell them to let me go.
Mom, it's pointless to argue with Amy while she's upset. You should apologize to Grandma if that's what Amy wants.
Oh, Amy, I was wrong. I didn't intend to kill her. Who knew she was so fragile? I didn't want her to die. What benefit would her death bring us? I just wanted her to sell her shares and help us. Amy, I was wrong.
Who called the police?
Me. Someone killed my grandma. Everyone present saw the evidence.
Yeah, we saw Fiona hitting and insulting Mrs. Baker Sr., causing her to die from the trauma.
I can also testify that it was Fiona who killed her.
Yeah, she's the murderer.
Also, I'm filing a formal complaint against John and Fiona for threatening Mandy Lowe, the staff member at the probate office. She has already gone mad due to their actions.
Take them away.
Don't touch me. Amy, I was wrong. Please, ask them to release us.
Amy, please spare me this time. I'm your grandma's only son. I need to handle her funeral affairs.
Let go of my parents?
I'm not guilty. It's not our fault that Mrs. Baker Sr. died from her heart issues. I need my lawyer. Belle, find me a good lawyer.
You can come after me. Let my parents be.
Don't worry. It's your turn soon. I'll ensure you repay all you did to Grandma and more. None of you will escape unscathed.
Take them away.
Belle,
Mom,
find
Belle.
me a good lawyer.
You.
Let's go.
Dad?
Let's go.
Gavin.
Get lost. If you harass him again, I'll hit you every time we meet. Let's go.
What are you doing? To my house?
Sorry, this villa has been seized.
What's going on?
Miss Baker, when will we get this month's salary?
The Bakers are well off. We won't withhold your pay.
Yeah. Your family is the best.
Do you want to intimidate us by claiming to be the heiress?
The one who's rich isn't you. It's Mrs. Baker Sr. I heard that. Ma'am died because of you, and her money went to Amy. Your parents were also arrested.
I also heard that you must pay more than $1 million in interest monthly, which you clearly can't afford.
Look at yourself. Do you look like a young heiress now?
You're scandalous. Ing affair has gone viral. How shameful.
You usually seem demure, but have such a wild side to you.
How dare you?
Have some self-respect and settle our wages promptly. If not, you will pay for this.
You used to boss us around, but now you're even worse off than us.
Yeah, that's right.
This necklace is $100. Consider it as extra compensation.
Is your necklace real or counterfeit? What if this is a fake necklace? Are you trying to fool us with this fake item? You're full of schemes, aren't you?
Well, you need to also give us that bracelet.
Let's go.
Just you wait.
Bad news, Miss Baker. The new owner is here.
What? My parents are still alive. Who dares to pose as them? You. Are you the new owner? Amy, your behavior is appalling. Grandma has only just passed away. Are you so eager to become the new boss?
I'm still the largest shareholder of this company, even without the share transfer agreement.
Miss Baker, take a look at this.
It was you who bought the shares. Ah, I understand now. You deliberately spread the news about the land's potential for huge profit, knowing my parents would sell their shares.
Not too bad. Mr. York, will you stay and work form? Or will you leave with her?
I'll work for you, Miss Lake.
Okay, throw her out. And dispose anything that is related to her.
Noted, Miss Lake. Miss Baker, please leave.
Mr. York, don't push it. My dad used to pay you well.
Yeah, but he also frequently berated me. He's been blaming me for everything during his recent setbacks. If I didn't have a family to feed and bills to pay, I would have quit a long time ago.
You!
Please leave.
Just you wait.
Why are you here? How dare you act up? In the police station?
That was how you slapped Grandma, right?
Help. I need help.
How does suffocation feel? Savor it. Before you leave. Then own up to your crimes and reflect on them in jail. Be a better person. In your next life, don't do evil deeds again, okay? Do you hear me? Are you deaf?
Amy, what do you want from me?
You will repay double for the slaps. Grandma received the suffering she endured, and how long you pulled her ears.
Amy, you can't do this to me. I'm your mom. Treating me this way will bring divine retribution.
If that happens, it will hit you first.
Even if you don't acknowledge me, what about John? He is her biological son. Bella is her biological granddaughter. If she sees you putting her son in prison and trying to destroy the Bakers.
Grandma did have a son, but he died shortly after birth. Grandpa didn't want her to be upset, so he adopted an abandoned baby boy.
What?
Grandma never discovered that John wasn't her biological son. Despite knowing the truth, Grandpa treated John as his own son all these years.
No.
I had a DNA test done before coming here. John and Grandma are not biologically related?
That's impossible.
Please deal with her accordingly.
Please, spare me. Please. Please have mercy on me. Please. I didn't mean to kill your grandma.
You're pleading with me, not out of guilt, but because you know your last hope is gone.
Amy. We've spent 18 years together. Although I wasn't present much during those years, I truly considered you my daughter. It was the psychic's fault. He claimed that my daughters would be our bane and lead us to ruin. which was why we pushed you away and entrusted you to your grandma. I shouldn't have been superstitious.
As a child, I longed for you to visit and spend time with me. I couldn't understand why my parent didn't like me, no matter how hard I tried. It turns out it was all due to a psychic's words. He was surprisingly accurate, though.
What do you mean?
Bella is the bane of your existence, not me. She's the one who has led you to ruin.
What are you doing? Don't come near me. Don't come near me.
Mom. Mom, what happened to you? Did Amy do this to you?
We're doomed? Belle, we're done for.
Don't worry, Mom. Dad will definitely come up with a solution. By the way, Amy was behind the land issue. She's taken over as the top executive of the company with Grandma's will and has renamed it Sharp Corp. I converted some jewelry into cash to rent a place, but it won't last me much longer. Also, the creditors keep calling.
Belle, we're sorry for everything.
Don't be, Mom. It's all Amy's fault. I'll ensure she pays for it.
Belle, stop provoking Amy. From now on.
Why?
Your dad isn't Mrs. Baker Sr.'s biological child. Amy won't let me off easily after I caused her grandma's death. She'll make my life, your dad's life, and your life miserable. You must never provoke her again.
How could this happen?
You must remember my words. Don't provoke her. Amy will not hesitate to take us on. Now that she knows the truth, you must remember. Promise me, okay? Please.
Okay.
Where's the lawyer? Why isn't he here with you?
Mom, I'm unsure whether Amy warned the public or not, but no one is willing to help us.
That's Bella's adoptive mom. Following the chaos at the engagement party, Bella faced online bullying and debt collectors, which led to a breakdown. Her adoptive mom took her in again.
Are you hot, Belle? Look. I brought you some food. Here. Are you hungry?
Food?
Yes. Here. Have a bite.
She got what she deserved. Grandma, you shouldn't feel lonely any more now that you're reunited with Grandpa. Don't worry. I'll take good care of myself.
Grandma, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Yale. I'm Amy's fiancé.
Grandma, this is Yale, the one I told you about. He treats me very well.
Grandma, you and Grandpa can rest assured. I'll look after Amy. I promise to care for her, protect her, and cherish her always. My grandpa adores her too. My family has accepted her as my wife, so she will not be mistreated.